Welcome to Vanguard Tactics, and today we have a 2,000 point battle report matched play using the brand new Nephilim mission pack. I'd hold it up, but we do have it at the stream deck so we can answer any of your beautiful questions during the stream. Today we have the Chaos Knights playing against the Grey Knights, and I'm joined by the lovely Chris.
I've never been called lovely before in my life, but I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you, Mike.
Good man. And of course, we have on the stream deck the one and only Stephen Box from Vanguard Tactics.
How are you doing, everybody? How are we doing? Now, one more thing to note. We are also using the brand new points that literally got released about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, 4 hours ago, was it? Redoing the list on the way into the studio.
Now, luckily, these two lists weren't too affected, so but it's going to be a fantastic clash tonight. I'm looking forward to it. Joining me on my commentary deck tonight is also the most handsome man in 40k, Jake. How you doing, Jake?
I'm fine, Steve. I'm fine. I'm really enjoying Nephilim, unlike all the Tau people and all that. But yeah, I'm alright. Very handsome as always. Oh, sorry, Chris. Didn't know I touched a nerve there.
It's too soon. It's too soon,
Jake.
We're also joined by the wonderful Nicole. Nicole, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, now I had to come back because basically I couldn't leave you two on deck again together.
I don't think it was that bad.
It was dreadful.
Maybe you're just here to keep us on topic.
Keep you under control, yeah, absolutely. So we're going to head back over to the table where we're going to be going over the awesome mission tonight. Oh, and we can't forget Seb. Seb with those classic shots, look. That is a classic Seb shot right there.
Classic.
Beautiful. Seb's on cams.
What a beautiful camera he is. People just probably think he's a camera. Like, you know,
Have we ever had Seb on in front of the camera?
Step in, Seb.
Come on, Seb. Come on,
Seb.
Come on, Seb.
Just getting
Come on.
that
Your
thing.
first
This is a reveal stream. This is Seb. Which camera one? There we are. Yeah, Seb didn't know we were going to do that.
No, there we go.
Thanks, Seb. Well done. First appearance.
He's not a camera. He's the camera.
And now you've just ruined it, Chris, because I haven't actually got him to sign a model release form. So, yeah, it's, well.
Well,
A model release form.
A model release form, yeah.
I haven't even signed one of those.
Well, there we go. Says it all. Right, anyway, back to the table.
I think only one person in this room has signed a model release form before, Steve.
That was a while ago, all right?
Okay, mission.
Yes.
Today's mission is Death and Zeal. This is a 5 objective mission. At the end of your command phase, you're going to score 4 victory points for holding 1 objective, a further 4 if you control 2, and another 4 if you control more than your opponent. The extra primary in this mission is 2 victory points if you do either of the following, so kill a unit that was on an objective at the start of the turn, or take an objective you didn't hold.
What if you do both?
Well, if you do both, Chris, you'll get a nice 3 points.
God, someone's had to put some thought into that.
Yeah. And then, of course, secondaries. So we can both choose 3 secondaries each to a maximum of 15 points per secondaries. Obviously, Nephilim's changed a few things, and we'll jump into that in a moment. You can get 45 total from primary, 45 total from secondary, and of course, we're both painted, so we get 10 for that, for a total of 100 potential victory points. The quirk in this mission, I do believe I've forgotten.
Sticky objectives for offset.
Sticky objectives. Yes, that was very
You got me
interesting.
around to keep you honest.
Nice, excellent stuff. So that's the mission. Before we forget anything else, of course, we have to thank our amazing sponsors. So Siege Studios, of course, providing absolute quality commission painting services. And I know for a fact that I would definitely like to book something in with them because they have incredible service. Never heard a bad thing.
Never heard a bad thing,
Never
and I
heard a bad
have
thing.
an enormous pile of shame that needs addressing.
And then, of course, the one and only Frontline Gaming, running events across the United States, and of course, heading up the ITC, the Independent Tournament Circuit, as well, so we can get all our lovely rankings and all contribute to sort of a ongoing growth of the community. That's the sponsors.
Entoyment?
Entoyment, of course, yes,
They
Entoyment.
sponsor us as well.
For our models, yes. Entoyment for our models, amazing discount Warhammer shop. So definitely check out their website if you're interested in adding to your collection.
Yeah, and physical shop in Poole as well has a
Yes.
surprisingly deep selection of models that you can just take off the shelf.
Yes, and of course Gaming Space too.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever left there empty-handed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that everyone?
I think you've done a pretty good job on all
Yeah.
that, actually. So we're going to be moving on to your armies. But remember, if you have any questions and would like to get those super chatted in, it's a great way to support us here at VT. If you super chat a question in, we will answer it. We'll stop the stream and go through that for you. Obviously, lots to talk about. New missions, new secondaries, new default secondaries. What do they even mean for the game? Huge impact. And obviously the points review. Now, if you want to find out mine and Michael's hot takes on the new mission pack and some top tips, then consider becoming a member at $2.99. You can head over to become a member and see that video on Friday. That will drop along with all of our members' content. There is new members' videos every single week to our highest production value that we possibly can for you. New week, new content, and lots of very exciting stuff coming up soon.
Smash that like and subscribe button.
Yeah, and just become a member. Absolutely. And you also get our Discord access as well for our community. Right, okay, let's go over to army number 1. So, if you want to see the armies, link below in the description, I'm hoping.
Yep, that's right. Yep, lists are there.
Oh, thank God. Right, okay, and army 1 is the Chaos Knights. Michael, give us a quick walkthrough. So, obviously, you can see
Yep.
the list, but Michael, give us a run through.
Yep, so of course this is a Lord of War detachment. We are House Lucaris, which is reroll a hit or wound in melee. We have 3 Big Knights, 2 Rampagers, 1 Dreadblade Despoiler with 2 weapons. We'll cover the Dreadblade first. So the Dreadblade's bond on 6s to wound, ranged, extra AP and damage on all of his weapons. He's also got Helm of Warpspite, so you can ignore cover and any modifiers to hit rolls or ballistic skill, which is very, very nice. And he's got a Nurgle upgrade, the Putrid Carapace, so +1 to his armor save against damage 1, which is pretty tasty.
It's going to be helpful today.
Yeah. The first Rampager, the Warlord, has Fight First through the Lucaris Warlord trait and has reroll 1s to hit in melee and an extra attack from Knight Diabolus. Then his Relic is a 2-up armor save. And his pointed upgrade is Beguiling Majesty, so -1 to hit and wound in melee. And if he does manage to get the favour, he's going to get -1 attack within 6. So they're pretty nice as well.
So shoot that one.
Yeah, you shoot that. Please don't.
Please shoot that one.
The other Rampager, then, of course, we're stacking the buffs on here. This guy has a Blessing of the Dark Master, so you can't reroll anything against him, and he can get hit transhuman if he kills enough models. We've got 4+ invuln against shooting, naturally, and a 6-up in combat, and he's obsec 10 models. Okay.
Not worried at all.
Cool. The Despoiler has, well, you can see the photos, all of the guns there, the rapid fire battle cannon, the Gatling cannon, the missiles on top, the ignore liners, like ones. And then we have 2 units of War Dogs, 2 Stalkers. One of them regens CP for me on a 5. And then we've got 2 Carnivores, which are the all-combat War Dogs. And that
The new ones.
is the list. We're Iconoclast, we've got that extra attack and AP on the first round of combat. We start with 0 CP. How'd you like that, Chris?
That's my favourite number of CP for you to start on. Yes, thank you.
Okay, over to army number 2.
Have we got the video or have we got the picture?
Well, there's a bit of a story about that. Nicole spent ages doing the videos. I forgot to upload them to OBS. So whilst I'll put the image up first, I'm then going to desperately try and find the video and upload that too.
Brilliant. Okay, I'll talk about the picture. So this is a Prussian Brethren battalion, if I remember correctly. I have basically got the polar opposite of Michael. I don't have 150 million different special rules because I've chosen to save my CP and to use them during the game.
Sorry, yes.
I've got the Mortal Wound Bomb Librarian and the Psychic Epitome +1 to mortal wounds.
Yes.
I've got Castle and Crow because he's
He's a beast.
He's Castle and Crow.
I'm actually quite worried about him.
You probably should be. And I've got.
Sorry, what were you saving earlier?
Yes,
Look,
Steve.
it's a hot day. We're drinking lots of water, so it makes.
And it's even hotter in front of these lights.
He's
so-
not known for money. So I don't know how you're paying him off, Chris.
Nicole is crying in the corner. She's lost it.
Not just because of the videos.
Hopefully not just because of the videos. I've lost my train of. I've got the tooled up Grandmaster and Nemesis
Yeah.
Dread.
So he
Dread
jumps
Knight.
away if I shoot
He
him.
Jumps away if you shoot him.
Got an
He's got
invuln.
three,
Oh, nice.
3 up invuln. Yeah. 3 units of 5 strikes. 26 interceptors in total.
Too many.
It's a few too many. An extra Dread Knight just for a bit of backup.
Nice.
And just a little bit of spice that I don't normally run. I've got an Apothecary,
Okay.
and he's there to back up 5
5
paladins.
5 paladins.
5 paladins who seem to be pretty decent with 2 up
Okay.
saves plus 1 save and
And okay.
an Armour of
I
Contempt.
don't
Yeah.
like those guys. They can go.
I start on a grand total of 3 CP.
And speaking of points changes, I think it's interesting to note the Knight Chaos Knights, I haven't changed a bit. My points are the same. There was an FAQ with some points changed, but it doesn't affect me. And you're, what, down 5?
That they may well have done. I was driving to the studio when it happened, so Steve fixed it for me.
Yeah. So the
So I believe it's more or less as
pointed
I rated.
upgrades
Yes.
have gone down 5 points. And that is
Brilliant.
it for Grey Knights. So.
Well, that's good for Grey Knights.
So we're all just watching the video now because it's been uploaded. So
Right, okay.
if you want to just talk amongst yourselves, or don't actually.
I'll get some water, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
You've
Yeah,
got to hold that pee in.
just. Right, no more jokes from you today, Michael. You've had enough.
All right.
Okay.
When you reach a certain age.
Look at this video, isn't it great, everybody? Let us know in the chat if you like our production value. And what a great job Nicole's done here. Fantastic. Look at those beautiful.
Yes, thank you.
Anyway, we'll get back to the game.
All right. Secondaries.
You don't need to bother with secondaries anymore, do you? You just get them automatically.
You just get 45 points now.
Wait, if you forget to do it, you still have 3 secondaries.
Yeah.
You've got automatic
That's true. You don't
secondaries,
even
yeah.
need to remember to choose them. You just start with 3.
But let's assume we're actually going to choose our own.
Yeah, I am actually
Yeah,
going to
so
choose
am
some.
I, yes.
Yeah. I'll go first.
Probably
so
good.
I've gone with Ruthless Tyranny, okay, which is sort of like Stranglehold. I have to control the majority of the objectives, so half or more in this case, which is going to be 3 out of 5. And then I need to get within dread range of objectives, and if I'm in dread range of all of the objectives, I get an additional point. So it's kind of like Stranglehold, but
With upside.
bit easier,
Yeah.
which is fair enough because we're knights. On top of that, we've got Grind Them Down. Lots of little units.
Kill more of me than I
makes
kill you.
sense.
Makes sense.
And then the last one, you may have noticed there's no Abominant in the list, or even a Psyker of any kind. So I've gone for Abhor the Witch, because I might as well.
So it's probably the correct decision there.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, I've what have I taken? I've taken Bring It Down because
Wise move.
you give up about 400,000 points
Yeah.
for it.
On that note, Nephilim, 20 wound or more models count as 4 victory points for Bring It Down now.
Oh, so when I selected that, I didn't know that was the case. So this game just got even better. I've taken Retrieve Nephilim data.
Yeah.
So we're R&Ding again, just a different type of R&D. I believe that's unchanged from the previous iteration of the
Yes,
book.
I
You
believe
still
so.
need to roll the dice.
Still troops get
Try
that
not to roll
benefit,
sixes.
yeah.
Yeah. And then I've also taken,
Purifying Ritual.
yes, Purifying Ritual. Yeah,
I don't know how you managed to forget that.
So Purifying Ritual has changed in the new book. There's 2 ways it's changed. You can no longer score 6 points a turn from it. That was probably a little over the top. But much more importantly, that people seem to have overlooked, you now need to have to control the objective before you can attempt the psychic action, and that is huge. You used to be able to just tow onto an objective with a 10 model OBSEC enemy on it, do the action and score your points. So it'll be interesting to see how that slows down my
Yeah.
my purifying.
Really, really interesting because, of course, you only have the movement phase to take the objective,
Exactly.
and then you do the psychic. So,
You can't kill them off it. It's too late at that
Significant.
point. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Anything else, Steve, before we roll the roll?
No, I think we're pretty good actually.
Before we roll the roll,
Let's look at our new dice.
let's have a look at Dice Cam.
We've got some new toys.
These look different.
Look at them, beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful VT dice.
How many of those did you order?
Well, I've ordered 2,000.
And has that been enough?
They've sold, so I've ordered 4,000. Okay,
Okay, so if you want your dice, you can have dice, but we've got to get some more.
we're gonna get some more. We're gonna get a lot more of dice because they are selling like hotcakes.
And you get a set if you sign up for gold, I believe, in the academy.
Or platinum package.
Or platinum. Excellent. Nice. So
And
that's
ob-
a nice way of getting dice.
And obviously, you can now. The doors for the academy are open, and it will be beginning on the 4th of July. So you've got 2 weeks to get enrolled before we kick off the academy for the next 17 weeks of the most incredible course that there is in the world that will help you become a commander at the 40k table.
That give you the confidence and clarity to
Yeah.
roll more sixes.
Absolutely,
We even teach you the flex roll.
It also makes you more handsome.
it definitely makes you more handsome.
Right, let's do our roll off.
Okay.
What are you going to? You're using
I
the new
suppose I
BT
should
dice.
use a different dice, shouldn't
you
I?
can
I'll
use
use
the
the old one.
There you
I'm
go.
the old guard.
Okay, and I'm going to use this snazzy orange Bay Area Open dice because I had a tremendous time over there.
What? So none of you using the
You're not
new
even
ones
using-
at all?
I thought you were using the new one.
No,
I'll use the new one then.
you use the new one. I've been
All right,
hanging
your
on to this
loss.
one for
Your
that.
loss.
Get these new dice for people. Don't even play with them.
All right.
All right then.
Good luck, my friend.
Good luck.
I don't
Now,
mean it.
CP changes. So you get one of my command phase now, don't you?
I do. Yes.
Well, that was very kind.
Thank you.
So if
Thank
you want to
very
up,
much.
Michael, if you're on the iPad,
You're doing the CP.
you're doing the CPs, mate.
Okay.
This feels like our first stream.
It's just a very hot stream.
Michael
I think what people need to understand is it's 26 degrees outside, and in front of all the lights, it's probably about 36 degrees. So
Michael-
at some point, we would just talk.
Is that
nonsense.
updated?
Yeah, Michael probably will sunburn at this stage.
I think he's halfway there.
It's a severe issue for me. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to meet us.
And they're muted. It's just us, and we're on the top-down cam. Right, Nicole, how are you doing today? We haven't.
I'm good, Steve. I've got a few questions for you this evening. You know, I've planned it out.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spout nonsense.
You never would.
No, never. So I would like to keep it relatively
Relevant.
naughty. Yeah, relevant. So first of all, let's talk about the mission book. Obviously, the new. I'm not going to attempt to say it.
Yep.
Do you want to attempt to say it?
No.
No. Okay. Nephilim.
Nephilim. Jake can be the professional Nephilim sayer. If we get that on an audio bit of recording, we can just press it each time.
That's all Jake is here for tonight, just to say Nephilim.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's actually changed in the new mission book? Let's break it down a little bit. They mentioned a little bit while they were playing about, secondaries, but let's go a bit more in depth with that.
So you want a high-level overview, yeah?
I do, yeah.
Obviously, the in-depth stuff's on the members area.
Yeah, so give me a light overview,
Okay.
slightly in depth.
Do you want the 5 biggest changes?
Yeah, give me the 5 biggest changes, Steve.
So the biggest change, Nicole, is that you're going to start with 6 CPs rather than 12.
Half
Yeah.
the CPs.
You're no longer going to get your free Warlord Trait and Relic. They have to be paid for by a stratagem each.
expensive, this game, isn't it?
It is. Then, however, rather than gaining 1 CP per your command phase, you're going to gain a CP in both command phases.
Oh, okay.
So instead of getting 5 across the game, you'll get 10 across the game.
So what you start with has halved,
Yeah,
but it's what you'll gain over the game has doubled.
correct.
Right.
But because you have to then, it works out a 3 CP difference.
Okay, so not as big of a change as it first may seem.
Yeah, it just there's going to be more CP spent during the game rather than pre-game.
Okay.
And obviously detachment, strategic reserves and everything else is going to be a little bit more reduced now, especially Warlord Traits and Relics. The other thing is about transports. You can't just take an empty transport anymore. You have to put people inside it or it's destroyed.
I mean, why would you take an empty transport?
Well, sometimes just for the Hive Guard matchup.
But how would it... I mean, there is some logic to it that, if a transport was empty, it's not going to do anything,
Exactly. It's got to go off and pick up people.
Yeah.
So
Well, it needs someone to drive it at least.
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's one thing.
Yep.
There are default secondaries now. This is my favourite change to the game.
Oh, good, because that was another question, so...
So the default secondaries mean if you're playing somebody at, let's say, a tournament, and you tell them what secondaries you're taking, and then they tell you theirs, and you point out to them that they've picked 2 from the same category, which obviously is cheating, because you
Yep.
can't do that, you don't have to be really harsh now and say, well, you're not going to score any, but you're also not going to be penalised by being a good sport and letting them repick, because now it will just default back to one of the default secondaries.
Oh, okay. And
So-
do they get to... So you get 3 default secondaries.
Yes.
And so, say if someone bought 1 secondary that was in the same category as another one, so they only had to change 1.
Yeah.
Would they get to choose from the default settings?
No, they would just get the default one. So let's say you took, I don't know, like, it's Shock Tactics, it's called, from the Space Marine Codex,
Right.
which is a Battlefield Supremacy. And let's say you also took Engage in All Fronts, which is a Battlefield Supremacy one.
Mm-hmm.
Because you were unable to actually pick one correctly, because you picked them both from that same category,
Yeah.
you would use the default one behind enemy lines.
Okay.
Yeah?
Cool.
Make sense? I think that's the fairest way of doing it. I think it's great. Also now, big change, you can pick any secondary from any of the secondaries you have access to. So you can now pick all secondaries from your codex or faction-specific ones, providing that they're in a different category.
Okay, because that's one question that I did have because I heard about that change, well, from you. And so I was just wondering if it was like throughout the entire game you have access to everyone's secondaries,
No.
or is it's still
Just
kind
your
of
faction ones, yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, they're probably the biggest changes, I would say. And then obviously we go into detail and into how it will affect your list and the meta in what we see happening in the future. I think the guys are done though. And we haven't had any super chat questions, so we'll move on, obviously, back to the game. Thanks so much, everybody, so far for jumping in the chat. It's great to see all of you. I want to know, before we move on, though, what are you most excited about from the points changes? Let us know in the comments, what are you most excited about? You're unmuted now.
I'm not.
Good thing too.
Just good thing too. Yeah.
You did not hear what I just had to. Oh my god.
I mean, I can't believe it. Actually, the points changes. What did Yarrick do to anyone? 5 points increase on
I
Yarrick.
don't know.
Clearly
Ridiculous.
smashing up the meta. Right, very straightforward first movement phase. The armies come out a little bit, still quite a lot in reserve. Push up towards the middle here. My Grandmaster has
Do you actually have anything in reserve?
Yes,
Like reserve,
yes,
reserve?
proper reserves. Yes,
Okay.
I have a unit of strikes and a unit of interceptors.
Brilliant. Okay.
Ready for teleporting later. My Grandmaster's just towed onto the middle there, and I've got some units of interceptors just poking up the flanks. So psychic phase, or as I usually call it, other scoring phase.
You've done an Achmund as well.
I've done an Achmund. I've done it with a unit of interceptors just chilling back here.
Cool.
So we're going to try to purify the central objective first
Go
of all.
ahead. I'll watch.
Whoa. Before we purify anything,
Nice.
Oh, 2 6s.
I mean, that can definitely go off with 2 6s, but we've just had a super chat from Joshua Burdin.
Oh,
What an absolute legend.
thanks, Josh.
We obviously went to dinner with him at the BAO.
Just Josh?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah. He said, "Evening, gents. I'm rooting for VT, Team VT to bring home a victory tonight. Chris, if you manage it, I'll call over the champagne and the sprinklers, mate." Chris got very excited about the sparklers at the place we went for dinner.
Benihana is brilliant.
Yeah. Who do you think was hit the most by the new points? And I will put that, Chris, over to you.
Right. Well, as a
Yeah.
frequent Tau player, I believe my list went up a little bit over 400 points. So I'm going to say I got hit by the hardest by the points change. Not a faction, just Chris.
Well, that's what I was hoping for.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
No problem. No
Yeah.
problem.
Tyranids obviously had a significant
They
change.
did.
But the biggest glow up, Death Guard.
Death Guard. Yes. With some interesting points changes.
There was
we'll
one
see.
we didn't spot until after.
Yeah.
And
Plague Marine.
We should probably talk about it because according to the points update PDF, well, on the current one, all the War Gear is free for Plague Marines.
Yeah. But on the app it isn't.
On the app, it is not. So it'd be
Yeah.
interesting to see how that shakes out.
and I couldn't tell you the answer either way.
No, they're both official sources.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So ask a TO.
There's a bigger winner.
Who's that?
Paragon Warsuits.
There's 0
They
points.
don't
right?
cost any points now. You only have to
On
pay
the
for
app.
logging out.
On the app,
90
yeah.
points.
Yeah, I'm not sure which one's
No.
real, whether they're actually.
I think.
Yeah.
I'm using my one.
I mean, I went on the Sisters of Battle Facebook group earlier. Everybody seems to think it's intended, so let's just go with that.
Let's go with that. Yeah.
They sold out.
10 points for the melter gun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to just stick some in your army because they're basically.
I mean, they're free, aren't
10
they?
points,
yeah.
so-
If it was just fishing out of the cabinet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks so much, Josh, for the super chat.
Thanks,
Really
Josh.
appreciate it. And you've just purified something.
I purified the central objective with the Grandmaster. That is the purest of
Would you like to
objectives.
spend one of your rare CP
Why would I do
to
that?
reroll your? You think you're going to take the perils?
I don't take the perils. It's psychic action.
All right. All right. Big man's taking the peril. 3 more wounds.
Oh, let's have a look. Let's have a look.
I mean, don't.
3 more
you know,
wounds. Okay. You know.
Just saying.
Can I steal one of your wounds?
yeah. Go for it. Yeah.
Them dice are rolling hot tonight. Nicole's cracking up every time you say Grandmaster because it sounds very much like Grandma.
Hey, my grandmother would smash this game. Let's purify the next objective before she cracks up again. I've got a unit of strikes. You probably can't quite see it on the overhead here. It's just kind of underneath this unit, this overhang. They have also purified.
Cool.
So we purified 2 for 2 points.
Excellent. I'll add those on.
Next up, this unit of interceptors over here are going to use Ethereal Castigation, or as I call it, the shooty move again power. So need a 6. They can shoot if they want to, but more importantly, they can move another 12 inches.
I think you've been talking to Nicole about power names.
What's it called?
The shooty move again one.
The shooting move again one. The shooting move again. So a 4 does not succeed. I needed a 6. We'll do the same thing again over there on this unit.
This
here.
is an interceptor specific one.
It's their data sheet psychic
Right,
power,
very cool,
basically.
very cool.
So you could use it. You could pick it on a character, for example. I'm not quite sure where you would,
Yeah.
but you could. So it goes off on a 7.
All right.
So they move another 12 inches, which I will just hop them over onto this objective here,
Very nice.
but more specifically, hide them in here.
Cowards.
Do they have to be able to shoot? Or is it just...
No, I will double check the wording. I believe it's if they are able.
Yeah.
I don't think you have to, but I just thought I'd double
Yeah,
check.
that's a good shout.
This unit can shoot as if it were your shooting phase, and then it can make a normal move.
Oh, yeah.
So it can shoot and then it can.
Make a normal
Is it-
move.
It's because it's the choice.
Yeah,
It's because there's a choice there, because can
Right.
is... I
Choice.
can eat 1,000
But then is the
twigs.
then part of the can?
so
makes sense.
so it can shoot as if it were the shooting phase, comma, and then it can make a normal move as if it were your shooting phase. After making this move and/or resolving the shooting attacks. So it clarifies in the same thing. It can do both, or either.
Would you like to shoot me?
They
Unless
can't.
you-
They got storm bolters. They can't.
Oh no, I meant. You got any of the psychic?
Oh, I've got plenty of psychic, but
Right.
I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
not
I'm
sure.
just,
I'm not sure I'm going to use it. It's
Just trying to, you know.
So this guy here
Yeah.
has already done it, so he's
Yeah,
not going
he's
to
in
get
action,
anyone.
yeah.
So never mind. No, I won't.
No,
And
it's
now,
like-
now we'll shoot. Now we'll shoot. Sorry, it's been a minute.
Did you mean to gate someone?
No, the same guy has the power. So if he's
Okay.
purifying, he can't get.
Right. I don't know if you were intending to.
It's not important. No, it was because I can. I might.
Right.
But thank
Cool.
you. Same guy is going to line up in this little war dog here.
Okay.
Or I probably should check. Which is the one giving you CP?
The spider.
The one at the back.
The one with
Okay,
4 legs. Yes.
Brilliant. So I'll shoot this guy here. 6 shots with a heavy side cannon.
Now I'd love to rotate iron shields. I only have 1 CP, and I'd rather use it for something else.
Okay, well, hit on 2s.
You missed.
Yahtzee. Strength 8, so winning on 3s, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Oh, that was good.
That was all right. AP2, 2
AP2.
damage.
All right. Let's go. 5s and 6s. Okay, not great. That's 8 wounds.
Okay, and then we will
4 left.
see if we can finish you off with the Gatling gun.
Excellent.
More 1s, 2s, no. And 5s now.
Cool.
Guys, I've got a request for you
Oh,
with the dice.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little bit basically light towards you, Chris. So
Okay.
if you roll from your side and hit it into Michael's zone of the dice tray,
Okay.
I can do
that
that.
will make them show up a little bit clearer for us, all right? That'll be awesome,
So-
okay?
3 wounds. AP is.
Just the one.
Just need to make sure you move your head, Michael, though, as well, okay? Yeah,
Baby steps.
You want the dice to end basically where Michael rolled them.
yeah, but not your head, Michael.
Not my head.
We don't want
Yeah,
to
I've
see
got it.
that.
Quick range check
it.
says that
No more
well,
than
I can
that,
shoot some
please.
storm bolters at you, but
Mhm.
quick game's a good game, so I'm not going to shoot some storm bolters at you.
Fair enough.
That's the end of my turn. So, end of that turn, I've purified a couple of objectives. I've got some guys hidden on the other objective over there.
Cool.
Got a few things out in the open.
Yeah.
Come at me, Michael.
Will do. Just to say, guys, terrain-wise, these big rocks are obscuring, which is why, of course, the other
Which is why
Dread Knight didn't fire.
Yeah, that's why he's not shooting as well.
and of course all of these ruins here are as well. And then the woods are woods. We've just got some nice bits,
Just to look
and
nice.
then some containers. Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the terrain. We'll move over to my turn. I think I've added on all your points, and then I'll add a CP on for us, and you can mute us and
Sounds good.
chat to the folks.
Chat to the folks at home.
Well, the bells are playing in the background, so apologies if you can hear any bells going. Yeah, they are ringing out. Right, a couple of things from the chat. We've got John Milner's become a member for 2 months at a lieutenant. Thank you so much. Loads of great members content. Thank you so much, John, for your kind words. We've got a couple of questions here. We'll go over that. Vanguard Tactics. Hey, guys, what is your opinion on Wraith units in Eldaria after the nerfs to Aspect? I think they're actually looking a lot more viable, which is brilliant. Something that we spoke about when we did our live stream earlier. So, yeah, I think that's fantastic. I put a little poll up in the group about who was the biggest winners. It'd be great to see your votes on those. Beyond Hope, GW says the most recent official release is the rule set to use, so it depends on whether the PDF was released compared to when the app was updated. It's very hard to know, really, obviously, with the way apps work in development side of things. Stephen said, "Hey up, everyone. Feels weird, Steve, having talked to you at UK Games Expo about Death Guard with how semi-bad they were and where they are now, even if the Plague Marine loadouts are end up being a mistake." Yeah, Death Guard, I think, are looking very, very strong right now. I think they look in a very good place. Wordpuppy, another good example of the app going against written rules. Yeah, it's there's a couple of things that obviously hopefully they'll clear up with that. Stephen, I'm trying to work out what the Manchester City Rejects shirt. They are good, but better colour is needed. There's no need for that, is there? Go on.
It's a football reference.
It's a football
I
reference.
understand it, yeah.
As long as someone does.
No, don't worry.
I don't get it.
Don't worry, Steve. Next season's shirt, because we're
Yeah.
going to do seasonal shirts, aren't we?
Yeah.
Like we agreed.
Yeah,
And you promised.
I did, yeah.
Yep. And you looked me in
Absolutely.
the eyes.
So we've got Corn
Good
Flakes
format.
that said, "I thought obscuring terrain didn't block Titanics."
The Armature's not Titanic.
The armors aren't Titanic.
Yeah.
And the big knights.
Yeah, so
24 inch range on the inside.
yeah, the basically the obscuring does not block the Warglaves because they are not Titanic, although they're a Lord of War option. Okay, cool. Nicole,
Yes. Next question.
go on. This one for Jake this time, I think, isn't it? Or is it for me?
So before we were talking about the mission book, and you've already said what your favourite change is in the new mission book, but I would like to know, Jake, what is your favourite change in the new mission book?
Well, I really
Do you need
like...
to quickly flip through?
No,
through the book?
I like how they got rid of some secondaries, like to the last. That was boring. Like, not a fan. Stranglehold as well to an extent, just because it's so easy just to be like, I'm going to go stand on this objective. You know, now that's like, in my opinion, you should be rewarded for standing on the objectives in the primary, not as much in the secondaries. So it's nice to see those two gone, and it's going to make a lot more varied play, really. And then I guess the points aren't really a part of the mission pack, so I guess they don't really count. But I do like the new points.
Yeah,
cool.
what's your favourite new point change?
All of the sisters ones,
Right.
including the 0 point Paragon one,
Right.
which obviously I'm joking. So, little
so,
handsome
yeah,
model.
Well, Steve and Michael were saying that, the change in these secondaries have made the game a bit more, you've got to go out and play it rather than kind of like sit back and maybe just score points easily. You've got to really like go in and try and join the fight to get these points now.
The game should be interactive, and I think that these new secondaries really add to that. So, yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen going forward.
Cool. Finish the movement phase. Command phase doesn't have anything to do in the command phase. You're in the Tide of Shadows,
I am in the side of shadows.
which is going to affect my shooting a little bit. I was debating charging the Grandmaster.
I think you should.
I don't really have the tools right now to do it, and frankly, I want to play a bit of a slower game, so I've got a bit more CP to defend myself later, which is obviously the advantage of the new Nephilim rules.
I'll be honest, the way you've moved, it's just one consistent wall of metal. It's a little bit intimidating.
Good. That's how it should be. But we have jumped onto a few objectives, so I'll get secondary points there. You can't intervene 6 inches,
Not with him.
and I'm obsec 5 models, so he's all good there. Despite being bracketed, he could move that far, which is very nice. And now we're just going to shoot you.
Come at me, Michael.
All right, you asked for it.
Armour of Contempt is going to do the business.
We're going to chuck this guy in over here. You're within 12,
I am.
so you don't get your light cover from shadows,
That's correct.
but you do have Armour of Contempt,
Which is all you need.
which is all you need. So we've got 12 shots for this fella. Bang, bang, bang. Very nice. And then
Strength is he?
6.
AP.
AP 2.
So one,
fours.
someone with 4-ups.
Yep.
Well, that was
Oh
great.
dear.
I didn't even need armor contempt there. 2 dead.
Cool.
1, 2.
Excellent. The next guy will follow up. Just looking to kill 1 unit here to get grind. That's the plan. And I'll do some heavy stubbers if it makes a difference, just on these guys. So those miss, and then we have those to save. Again, same thing.
4-ups.
Oh, except you have cover, so
I-
3-ups. But this guy's over 12 now.
Oh, this is the guy
This
behind
is
him.
the guy
Okay.
behind you.
All right, not that it mattered. Another one bites the dust.
Cool.
That guy, and then he's down to
And
a
then
wound.
Because there's only 3 wounds there, I'm going to shoot the 2 heavy stubbers.
Probably a good
This
idea.
makes a difference. So the one that was within 12 fires 1 wound there for you, and then the
AP is like
AP nothing.
not
But
good enough
you didn't
anyway.
have cover, so he's dead. And then the other one, which you will get cover against, that was awful. 1 wound because it is strength 5. You're good.
Saved.
All good. Excellent. Right. The big guy with all of the shooting, he is going to... I think we're going to chance a couple of things, because I do want to try and take out this Dread Knight over there.
Okay.
I'm going to fire the battle cannon at that Dread Knight.
All right.
I'm going to fire the Avenger at this one guy.
Okay.
Want to get rid of him.
Yeah.
We're going to fire all of the heavy stubbers at these guys here, these 5, or maybe
These-
I'll shoot these. I'll fire here with the heavy stubbers
From this guy. Yeah.
from this guy,
Yeah.
And then the outer line of sight shooting will go with the heavy stubbers as well.
Okay. So the Gatling cannon at this fella.
Yep.
Well, he's dead. So
Thank you.
We'll just take it away. We don't need
and
to roll
then
that one out.
we'll do the battle cannon at the Dread Knight. We've got 5 shots. I really can't afford to spend CP to. Oh, that's such a tough thing. Then you can't use the CP reroll anymore. It's just maybe it's not worth having a 2d6 shot weapon now.
Well, it's interesting because I was thinking, is it worth spending 2 CP to auto pass its morale? And the answer is probably, but maybe not. But now I don't have to worry about it.
Okay, excellent. Hits twice, wounds twice. Cool,
2 saves.
you're fine. And then the heavy stubbers, of which there are
That's
8
the,
shots.
these guys here. is
That's
that
at
right?
these guys here, yeah. Okay, this guy is doing well. Strength 5. One of these is AP 1 and 2 damage.
Okay, and this guy's ignoring on my tide
Ignores
of
cover.
and ignores my tide of shadows. for
Ignores
that
minus
reason.
1 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of that. So
Um,
1 is minus 1, 2 damage.
So that one on a 4-up. So one's dead.
No, because you've got armor contempt, so it would ignore the minus 1.
Of course.
So you're fine.
Armor
Yeah.
contempt. Oh, armor contempt's great. Have I
Isn't it
told you how
great?
much I love armor contempt yet. And one regular one
Cool.
takes a wound.
1 damage. Right, and then the missile pod, which I probably should have done first. Blast. 1 shot, excellent. Hits. Does wound. Normal save.
Saves.
Cool. Well, that was underwhelming.
Hey, you killed.
I did kill a squad. I'm glad that I made sure to finish them off because
Yeah.
I wouldn't got grind otherwise.
That was your 600.9, wasn't it?
500 and a lot, yeah.
And he killed.
Yeah, all right, Chris.
All right, just
all
saying,
right.
just saying. You know,
All right.
I'm just saying. You know, armor
Jeez.
contempt's great. It's
This
really
guy.
good.
Guys, I just want to say, we've had a couple of super chats as well. But I said in the chat, hey, can you hear the bells ringing? And they're like, yeah. But it adds to the dramatic effect. and now we've just had
Open those windows back up.
and we've now just had a helicopter go over. So we're literally getting... We did think about creating a soundboard. We haven't. This is actually all normal noises happening. Apparently the bells are ringing from the sisters with their points changes.
Zero point Paragon Morses.
And the Death Guard.
That was a great comment. We had a £5 super chat from Fred. Thank you so much. Sister did really well with the recent changes. Would Steve or Jake consider running non-Bloody Rose now? Jake, what am I going to say to you?
Well, I've never run Bloody Rose.
I think I ran Bloody Rose once,
Yeah.
but mainly...
I did once
You
on
got 2
stream, but never
saves.
competitively.
I might fire
That's pretty
some
good.
stubbers there. Yeah.
You all right over there, guys?
Yeah, well, you were chatting,
Yeah,
so
we-
I was letting you chat while I discuss
Yeah, we got.
potentially what I'll do.
I got to mute you if they're going to do
Sorry.
chatting.
Oh,
That's all right.
I seem to be well.
Yeah,
So,
Just assume so.
we're just doing the super chat. That was all.
All right.
So yeah, that was all right. We just want to make sure that we get the super chats answered tonight, because otherwise we're going to miss them. Because we had a few more roll in. Jose is he's given a $19 super chat. Johnny Clark with a £5. What to say thanks to
Hey,
Chris.
Johnny.
Yeah, wants to say thank you, Chris, to have taken Night Army to a team tournament and borrowed his BA list. It's been very helpful. So just wanted to shout that out. Also, massive shout out to Bruce Beardsley, who's in the chat here. What an absolute legend. And he said a shout out to everybody. And everybody needs to join the academy. It is literally a game changer. So thanks so much, Bruce. You are a legend. It was great to meet you at the LVO. Okay, right. So where are we at with the game, guys? Where are we back to?
A few pot shots to kill this one Marine.
Got one
Go for
Marine
it.
left. Where is he?
He's right here. So I'm going to fire one.
This guy can see the squad here.
Let's just do one,
Yeah.
and then I'll leave it there. He does hit with them all.
Oh, right, okay.
Wings with 2. Roll a 1, please. There we go.
Right. You killed him. You got him.
Damn right.
Put him back in the box.
All right. That is my turn.
Wow, okay.
Nice and quick. No charges. I didn't want to, so I'm not charging with this guy in the middle because I'll give up grind because I'll probably die and not kill the guy. I'll only kill
Yeah,
one
you've
unit.
only
so
killed
it's-
one unit,
It's not
yeah.
worth the risk there. But we do get 3 points for holding more objectives than you with my dread ability and
Yeah.
half. Sort of basically stranglehold. And then we get 3 for grind them down and 2 for Abhor the Witch.
2 for Paul the Witch.
So
yes.
a nice early lead at the end of.
Check this guy. Nice
Turn
early
one.
lead.
Okay.
Kipper66 has said, now over my head, you guys are renting a village halls in some tiny Somerset village. You're not
That's
wrong.
not a million miles from the
Not
truth.
far off.
I mean,
Pretty much exact, to be fair.
we are in a very small village in Wiltshire. However, we're not in a village hall.
No.
We're in
and
a
there's
s-
a church right next to us.
There is a church next to us, but we're in a kind of converted barn/studio office.
It's a shame you can't turn one of the cameras out the window because it couldn't be more quintessentially English outside.
It is beautiful out there.
It's stunning. It's great.
Yeah, it is fantastic. Anyway, so what's Chris going to be scoring then in
So-
your turn?
In my turn, I hold 2 objectives. I hold this one here.
Yep.
And I've got a unit cheekily hiding in there on that objective. So that's 8 points by my count.
Yep, and I've forgotten, of course, the extra primary. So in your last turn, you would have got 2,
2
and I
for.
would have got 2 as well for taking an objective.
Well,
We
that's,
didn't
that's
roll.
very fair and equal, isn't it?
And then also, remember, you both get a CP.
We do both get a CP.
Yep.
You get a CP, you get a CP, everyone's getting a CP.
Right, let me do these scores while you carry on.
All right, so we'll go to top down. Yeah, while you do your
Yeah.
movement phase,
Yeah.
Chris. Okay, and I'll mute you guys. You can talk amongst yourselves.
So we've had some chat about the academy.
Yeah.
So I just want to go over that and explain that a little bit more. Like, how does the academy content differ from one of our battle reports?
Yeah, so the Academy content is very different in terms of the layout and the structure. So the Academy content is very much like an online degree or an online course that you might study at college or university, where we're going to take you through modules, and those modules are based around a fundamental element of the game, whether it's army list construction, deployment, movement, psychic, shooting, charge phase, whatever. And then we're going to take you through the fundamentals of actually the interactions of the rules, right the way through over that module through a number of lessons, right the way to the more advanced elements. So we're going to show you the do's and don'ts, the whys, the why nots, and help you actually implement the rules in the book to the tabletop, helping you critically think about what you're doing, reflect and evaluate, so you can actually become a better general at the table by understanding the rules of the game. And we do that over 17 weeks, so we give you a brand new module every single week on the Academy.
Amazing. And there is a graduation and a test at the end.
There is an exam,
So
yeah.
It is like an online course.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, there's been a lot of changes going around just today. You know, we're playing with a new mission rule book, new mission book, and there's just been a points change. So how do all these changes that happen in 40K reflect back on the Academy? Like, does the Academy get updated with these changes? What happens there?
Yeah, so we have a module which is dedicated towards the mission book. And in that module, we will revisit every single secondary with mine and Michael's top tips, do's and don'ts for how to get the most out of those secondary objectives, how to score them efficiently. So all of that content will be redone to reflect the new rule pack that we've just been given.
Amazing. So with all the changes that are going to happen in Warhammer, the academy is going to change with it.
Yeah, absolutely. So every time we get a new mission book, like last time we had to redo all the missions. This time the missions haven't changed too much, but the secondaries have. So each time we get those changes, we're going to make sure that we're going to, see those changes in that as well. Johnny said the test was awesome and learned some things as well, which is brilliant. That's exactly what we want. We've had somebody else say, Were Puppy, the academy was great, really recommend it. It's proved my game. I was disappointed, however, that the graduation didn't involve a crazy gown and a hat. Well, maybe in the future.
That's definitely something we'll have to invest in. VTA gowns and caps.
Yeah, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Get
that
everyone
would
here
be
for a
pretty
nice
cool to be
graduation ceremony. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Fly everyone over.
fair. Yeah.
Now it's in the realms of fantasy. Yeah. Jake, you are looking particularly handsome today with that hat on.
Always. I'm always handsome. Whether there's a hat, I'm bold, I've got long hair.
You look
the
beautiful.
lot.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Got a question here from Castellan. Is combat high geared towards tournament or narrative play? So the academy itself is geared around helping you understand the rules to a much greater degree. So obviously, if you are a more narrative player, then it just means that you'll be able to play the game a lot quicker, a lot more efficiently, and ultimately spend less time looking up the rules and more time actually enjoying them at the table. You also actually be able to get more value out of the models that you already own, because we're going to teach you how to use those effectively. And then we also have modules on tournament preparation and absolutely all of those different types of game systems that we want to support, or different ways to play the game. We do try and encourage each and every one of those. And one last one, would the academy help for night players? It doesn't literally matter what faction you play, because we've made the content more versatile and flexible around having a really good baseline knowledge of the game. So as things evolve, you will evolve your list and everything else with it. Okay, so yeah, it's going to be applicable for every single faction, and we've got an incredible team of coaches that you can pick their brains anytime for all of your favorite faction related questions, and that's something you'd want to get if you're on the silver package, if you want to get access to all the coaches and the live content. And we do about 5 hours a week of live content in addition to the academy course. Nice. We've got here, we've got Jose, or Gio as he's known. Test really focuses on practical learning, absolutely. Bruce has said, will alumni have access to the new mission modules? Yes, if you've just completed the academy, you get lifetime access to it as well. So, we'll obviously update it for you each time. Cool. I think the guys are done at the table. So, Chris, talk us briefly through your movement phase, mate.
Now we're back on. Cool. Okay, bit more of a movement phase this time. So turn 2, we can really engage more. Turn 1, very limited. Michael's not got a lot in range, so if I push up too heavily, I'm just going to die. So what I've done is I'm coming out to contest his central objective here. Now, important point, to purify ritual now, you need to control the objective, which is a change from previously. Usually I just be able to walk on, roll some dice and say, brilliant, I'll take some victory points, please. Now, I can't do that anymore, so I'm going to need to find a way to kill this guy before I can purify ritual. And the way to do that is psychic power him to death.
Wow.
And we did check it as well. We checked that the psychic action can happen at any point during your psychic phase, not at the beginning of the psychic phase. Other than that, it's doubling up on the secondary objectives. I'm staking a claim to my central. Well, this is my, what do we call it? The non-negotiable. Mm-hmm. This is my
Fortify. Have you still got the unit in behind the building?
Yeah, it's still the unit in behind the building.
Very nice.
And we're doubling it up now with the Dread Knight.
Cool.
And then this is the one that we're going to fight over.
Excellent.
So time for the psychic phase.
Cool.
My favourite part of the game. I'm going to start with the Mortal Windbomb Librarian.
Alrighty.
And he is going to cast Purifying Flame, which goes off on a 5. That's a 4. That's a good start, isn't it? I'm going to spend a CP.
What?
I'm going to spend one of the very rare CPs now. And he goes off on a 6.
Excellent.
So that's 4 mortal wounds.
4 mortal wounds.
It would be
Wow.
3. His warlord trait makes it 4.
Look at you. Well, I'm about to do 1,000,000 mortal wounds to you as I explode.
You're going to automatically explode.
No.
No,
I didn't explode.
you did not.
All right.
Now,
2 bring it down points.
there we go. So it's 2 bring it down points, and also it's now cleared you off the objective so that I can purify it.
Excellent work.
So this this Grand Master is continuing to purify. So he will try and purify it, which he does. I'll try and purify on the back here. That's purified as well. And the interceptors hiding in there are going to try and purify. They do. So I believe that is 4 points.
4 more points, yeah.
I
Very
love
good.
this secondary objective.
The thing is, it's quite difficult to stop, or it has been in the past, but if you can take the objectives from your opponent or have enough OBSEC on there, then it's difficult.
So that's quite important. I had to move a unit of paladins and a librarian out to ensure that I took that off you. Previously, I could just put 1 strike marine on there and say, crack on, kill him, I'll take my points, please.
Yeah.
Following on from that, I'm going to...
Did you have any others to cast with the Libby?
No.
Okay.
So he only has offensive powers.
Right.
So if he failed to kill you with that, he could have tried again.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to cast Armoured Resilience with the paladins on themselves.
Very nice.
Just adds +1 to their armour save,
Excellent.
and I don't believe goes off. No, it goes off on a 6, so they won't be doing that.
Haha.
I think there might be out of smite range everywhere. There's no point rolling unnecessary psychic tests, so
You got your... Oh, they did the ritual, or did the interceptors?
the interceptors did the
Does
purifying
this
ritual.
Dread Knight want to do
He
anything?
has hammer hand, so he gets to re-roll his failed wounds in combat, which I don't think is going to be particularly helpful here.
Well,
So
I could charge you. Or you could smite me, because of course I am within 18.
you're probably within it. Let's
So-
go for a smite. Let's go for a
Smite?
smite. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
There we are.
D3 mortals. Very
3
nice.
mortals.
I wish I hadn't said anything.
Well, I think that's very kind of you. And since we're on the smite train, we'll go with these guys as well.
Damn it.
That's a 10. That was nearly a super smite.
How dare you.
And take another 2.
Great.
Oh,
I preferred it when they only did 1 mortal wound, if I'm honest.
yeah. That's me losing on you dice already.
Maybe we can hope for that data slate.
Yeah, you.
1 mortal
no,
wound per
absolutely
smite.
not.
Yeah?
I think that's my psychic phase.
Good.
Shooting phase.
Mm,
I'll get one of those as well.
unfortunately.
So we're going to start with the Dread Knight over there. It's going to shoot at the War Dog.
Yep,
War
I
Dog.
am towing dense.
Yeah. I'm not going to touch that. Heavy Psy Cannon.
Cool. I think at this stage I will
Yeah, you're going to
pop my
spend
shield.
your-
I've got 3
pop your
CP,
shield.
so I'll pop my shield.
Well, luckily I've rolled like a god, so that dents does nothing.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That is 3 wounds. AP2.
3 saves coming up. 1. Damage is 2.
Damage 2.
5 left.
Finish him off. Come on. So I'm hitting you on 4s now because of your denseness.
Very dense.
That is 2 more wounds. AP1.
Cool.
2 more.
That was them both.
So 3 wounds left.
Yeah.
3 wounds left, you say. I would actually really like to try and hit this guy over here,
Okay.
but I think that would be silly. So we're gonna just finish him off.
Wow.
So heavy Psy Cannon. Yeah, heavy Psy Cannon.
Haha.
The dents really did that. That's what happens when I get a bit too
I
confident.
am hiding in the trees.
2 wounds. Not that it mattered.
Cool, he can't affect
He
you
can't
with the
hurt
explosion,
anyone.
so he's just dead.
So it's another 2 bring it down points.
Sad times.
There's a little bit more kind of like clean-up shooting we can do. It's probably not really worth it. I'm not going to hurt knights with storm bolters.
Not really.
I mean, we can spend an extra 10 minutes rolling out 20-odd shots, but I think no one wants to watch that.
No.
So at the end of that turn,
Mm-hmm.
I've purified for
Yep.
4 points.
Yep.
I've engaged, in case it wasn't clear, a unit teleported in a far back corner over there for the other R&D.
Yep,
So
very
I've done my
nice.
second R&D.
Cool.
And it's your turn.
You killed a unit on an objective, and you now hold an objective you didn't, so you get
So
3
three more points,
on the
yeah.
primary.
And for the purposes of Bring It Down,
Yes,
I've killed 1.
killed 1.
Your War Dog.
Oh yes, you've killed 2 this turn, haven't you? Because you killed with the psychic.
I've killed 2.
Yeah.
I've killed 2.
I mean, you can take the just 2 points.
Hey, no, look, you keep me honest.
So, where are we?
Any extra points for Death and Zeal?
Yes, yeah, I've just added those
The
on.
full
3.
three.
I'll update
Oh.
the scores while we're muted. Yeah, start my turn. I'll get 8 on the primary,
Yep, folding 2.
and then it'll all kick off, I think, because I can't keep taking these losses.
No. Come at me.
Very nice, very nice. And you both get a CP, remember?
We
Yeah.
both get a CP.
Yeah.
How
Yeah.
many CP have I got?
You are on 6 now.
Excellent.
Look at you.
Swimming in CPs.
That is the thing. Like, I know we were saying earlier about, like, you know, maybe don't spend them as much with like the CP reroll, but remember, you still get roughly the same amount in game as you normally were. So the odd CP reroll for a psychic power, I think, is still a viable.
Yeah, and,
You
and
know.
Grey Knights particularly, we don't rely heavily on the stratagems. There's a couple of nice ones, but you're not getting worried when you start to run out of CPs.
Yeah, I really think Grey Knight's in a really strong position at the moment. We did a poll earlier to see who has got the best buff so far out of the book. The chat seemed to think Necrons are in the strongest place, with a 37% of people think that the biggest winners were the Necrons, to 31 with the Death Guard, 17 with the Sisters, and 15 with the Space Marines.
I
mean-
think that's going to come down to, is that Plague Marine change correct or not?
Yeah,
That's really the point that hinges on.
Mm.
Because I agree with the chat
Yeah.
if it is not correct.
yeah.
Yeah.
Brilliant. No, I think it'll be interesting to see that on paper. It could look really good having all those free weapons.
Yeah.
But then we need to obviously cross-reference those between maybe just taking cheaper now Poxwalkers, right? So because they've also gone down.
Terminators, yeah.
So it's a really, it's going to be interesting to see how they really affect the lists,
Yeah.
even if the weapons are free.
I mean, I'll
Uh,
take 100 points for free weapons.
Yeah, I'll take 100 points for free weapons per unit every day. Yeah.
A bit like that in your tower, wouldn't you?
Yes, Steve, I would quite like that. You better turn my mic off.
I've got 9 Paragon war seats in my army for free.
You have,
I
Jake?
don't mind at all.
Everything's for free.
There is something to just quickly resolve.
Go on.
If you could roll me a 2d6 test on your Grandmaster, because I am in the second stage of the Harbingers of Dread. Okay, what is the leadership on your Grandmaster?
I don't know. It's never come up before.
Right. So Harbingers of Dread, guys, each battle round I get a new ability. I switched into an ability where if you do want to shoot me or you want to charge me, you have to do a sort of 2d6 leadership test. We are -1 because of our first battle round modifier. And if you fail the test, you can only shoot the closest target.
So I failed my test.
So if you don't mind, I'll
Go
put
on.
that War Dog back on because you have to shoot the closest target.
Well, hang on a minute.
All right. Put the War Dog back on. I'll kill you one that's generating CPs then.
Hang on a minute. What's going on here?
It's a good point. So basically, the Grandmaster over here finished off, sniped across here and finished off a War Dog.
Yes.
Turns out you can't do that because
You
of
can't actually shoot him. Now, I'll be
Right.
honest, I was expecting you to roll less
better
than
than that.
less
No, it's
than a
fine. Put
10.
it back on. Put it back on.
Okay,
I'll shoot your other
What
one.
I'll do is I'll just take, so we say 5, 6 wounds, was it? How much damage? You did 3.
It was on 3.
It was on 3, and you did,
Sign
I
it.
failed both. It was 4 damage from the
Sure.
gun.
Yep.
So I'll take, so we say 6 wounds off him, to be fair.
Sure. Yeah.
So is this just the closest target or the closest?
Closest
closest-
visible target.
Closest eligible target, yes.
Yeah.
And this
Right.
guy is closer
Oh, I can't.
than any of the others.
I
Yeah, you can't see him from there.
behind
But you'd have to, you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't
obviously,
change.
I'd be remiss if I
can't
wasn't
change
playing
the-
with the full Chaos Knights rules, right? Because that's quite a nice ability.
right. We need to change top-down cam quickly. We've got a bit of a glitch on top-down. So we are going to quickly resolve that issue. So we're going to go to the Be Right Back screen, and I will get that quickly fixed for you, and then we will be back. Or unless you've got any questions, yeah, we'll just do the Be Right Back, and we'll be with you very shortly. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that, everybody. We just had to turn it back on and off again, and we're all good. So we are now over to what phase?
Me, command phase, nothing's happening. Movement phase, turn 2.
Awesome. So if you can update the points in the CPs, that'd be great.
Yeah,
We'll go to
yeah.
overhead
so You
cam.
didn't get the 2 for bring it down,
Any questions, let us know.
Didn't get 2 for bring it down.
and it also makes my grind easier, so it's actually quite
Yeah.
significant.
Make sure you don't charge me.
I might have to charge you,
Might have to
otherwise I'm
charge
going to
me.
just die next.
So I think we need to talk about what actually happened there because I was like really rooting for the Grey Knights. Like, woo, you killed a war dog. And then Michael was like, actually, you can't do that. My war dog's back.
Yeah, so obviously we need to make sure that we are trying to... this is one of the weird things about the Chaos Knights is that you do have to keep reminding your opponent to make this dread test.
Yeah.
And it is kind of one of those things that does need to be explained very clearly at the start, that it is going to affect the game in every single interaction one of the Grey Knight players takes. They do need to keep taking this dread test.
And does that always happen like at the end of the go?
No, it should happen before you try to do anything.
Right.
So we were doing what's called a go back.
Right. Okay.
So, for example, in a tournament, it would have been on Michael's then to go, hey, I forgot to do this, but in future, would you mind rolling a dread test before you do any shooting, or you want to charge, for example. So in a tournament, that's how you'd roll that out.
Right.
Like you just have to sometimes go, hey, my mistake, forgot to, remind you
So
about
it wouldn't
that.
normally happen as in, Chris would
Yeah.
do all of his shooting, get the outcome, and then have to put it back on. It would be
Yeah.
before any of that.
Yeah.
And
Obviously.
then he would realise that he couldn't shoot that war dog.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
On the stream, what we're trying to do is reflect all the rules being shown off so we can really help just teach more people about these different interactions. So I think that's why Michael felt that was necessary. Yeah.
The reason as well is because Chris is very handsome. So because of that, he has sportsmanship, and that's why he let him go back and do it.
Yes.
Yes.
I agree.
Yes. It's all about how handsome you are.
And is this one of the... Obviously, the Knights are relatively new codex. So is this one of their new rules, or is this a rule that's been going on for a while?
Yeah, this is a new interaction.
Okay.
It's called the Harbingers of Dread.
Right.
And it is one of their new main army-wide rules that they have. Each battle round, it gets a little bit more as well in terms of its progressive, like all the rules. So again, as a Chaos Knight player, I would advise telling your opponent each turn, just so you know, this is going to happen for the rest of the turn and for the rest of the game now, okay? And make it very clear for your opponent.
Just so you know,
Just so you know,
you have to make a dread test.
you got to make a dread test, yeah.
Every go.
Every go. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this turn plays out. Obviously, Chris has got a really good foothold in the game. He's scoring some really nice points. And he's kind of forcing Michael now to play a little bit more aggressive. So if Michael does come out of this situation and what we call bounce, where basically he just sort of tries what he can to shoot, unfortunately, if he doesn't kill enough, then he's putting himself in a lot of threat ranges for then Chris to react to. So what Chris is kind of doing here is baiting Michael to come out to actually interact with the game, and then obviously Chris will be then rewarded for killing more of Michael's bigger units, as that's one of his secondary objectives for the mission. So all hangs in the balance on this turn. I think it's going to be a big telling one. But yeah, look how beautiful these armies are. Seb, you're getting some fantastic shots tonight. In the chat, if you've got any questions, please let us know what they are. Yeah, we've got Fred here, who's one of our members. We need to wait and see what the changes are. Willow Weeks, how you doing? The overhead shot looks a bit weird. Hopefully now that's all sorted out and much, much cleaner for you. Okay, cool. Awesome. Right. Let's do this. Over to the guys at the table.
Right. As Steve just said, I'm being forced to come forward. Sometimes it's difficult as knights when you have limited assets. Thankfully, Chris has been a massive sport and let me take back the Harbingers of Dread.
I just want to kill you in a more dramatic fashion.
Exactly.
That's what it's all about, really.
We've moved out to sort of engage on a few fronts, fight, hopefully make 4 charges this turn, hopefully kill at least 3 units. but we'll see. There's going to be an interrupt somewhere, I'm anticipating, but I'm going to see if I can take the hit from your Grandmaster
See if you can tank it.
and see where we stand after that. Okay, on to the shooting.
Just point the reason that you moved off this objective is you
Yes.
still hold it because of the mission rule.
Yes, so the mission rule, I still hold it. My intention is to probably consolidate back onto it if after I've fought those guys, assuming
Good luck.
I kill them.
It's a big
Um,
assumption there.
It is a big assumption, but we'll see. So let's crack on with some shooting. This guy's got pretty limited targets. Oh, you spent a CP.
I did
didn't
spend the CP.
I could get one on a 5.
Oh.
I didn't get one. That's nothing new. This
Oh.
guy is going to shoot. There's some strikes in the building, but
The strikes in the building.
you've got cover.
They got
And
cover.
armour
They
of
got
contempt.
dense cover.
You
They
can
got
have a
armor of contempt.
3 up against me and -1 to hit. That's pretty shocking. I'm not really sure that's even worth it. I'll fire the main cannon. I'm not going to bother with the stubber.
Yeah. So at the strikes or the interceptors because there's two units. Here.
Sorry, the interceptors.
The closest one to the interceptors, sure. So hitting on
Well,
fours
The minus didn't matter there because that was
because you rolled twos.
right. So you got 3, and I believe these are 3.
So you're,
AP2
so I'm
down
gonna,
to AP1, but you have cover.
so 2 up save, ignoring the first AP,
Yes.
back to 3s.
Yes. Well,
Take a damage.
took a damage. Cool.
Oh yeah, that fella there, feeling a bit rough.
And then we're going to fire the big boy, and the big boy is going to fire everything at the paladins.
Everything at the paladins.
Everything at the paladins. So this turn, they won't have cover against me because I ignore cover with this guy.
Yeah. Well,
Didn't get armored
luckily,
resilience off.
I moved like an idiot and didn't put them in cover in the first place. So that's
Well,
a good start.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I ignore
okay.
cover anyway. But you're more than welcome to put one in.
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm going to fire literally everything at them with him.
Cool. Well, in that case, I'm going to spend 2 CPs. True silver armor.
This is transhuman.
This is transhuman. They
Is
have
it 2
transhuman.
CP?
It's 2 CP.
Okay, cool.
I mean, I've just said that really confidently. I better go check.
Yeah, just
But
double check that.
It's at least 2. It is 2 CP. It is 2 CP. Say it with enough conviction, and it will be true.
2. Ooh.
You crack on while I do that.
Yeah, I'm going to spend 1 CP to reroll 1s to hit because you're on an objective.
Sounds good.
Okay, so we're spending one of our precious CP there, down to 2.
You're right there, Chris.
Oh, I've just lost my stratagems.
Lost his marbles.
It's very hot in here. It's very hot. Here we are.
You're doing a great job, Chris.
Crack on.
I'll crack on. So the battle cannon.
What's he looking for? What are you
Yeah, it costs 5 or it's 5 or fewer models, so it's 2 CP.
Cool. I've rolled 3 shots from the battle cannon.
Oh, brilliant. Okay.
It does hit with them all. And then 4s to wound. Okay, cool.
2 CP well spent.
Right, and then we've got the Avenger Gatling cannon. Right, and we do reroll the 1. I'm not sure that CP was worth it. I think you're going to have to play some of Nephilim until you start recognising the stratagems that aren't worth it.
Yes,
To really
like
get
2
used to
CP feels like a big investment,
Change.
but instead of 3 shots, you could have got 10 shots there, and it would suddenly feel a lot better.
Yeah, that is very true.
Wait, what's the AP on these?
One of them's AP 3
Oh, that's
and
unfortunate.
4 damage. And 3 damage because it's the Avenger, not the battle cannon. And 2 are AP 2 damage.
Okay, so the big one,
Yeah,
that's fine.
cool.
The other 2, I fail one of them,
Yep,
and it's 2 damage.
2 damage.
So 6s for the apothecary. I'll take 1 damage there.
All right. That was his 2 main 110-point guns. So we'll move on.
Well,
I will do the stubbers because they can get 2 damage. So there are 2 there that do have a pip of AP, but it doesn't really matter. So these are 2 damage. That's 1 damage. You got 2
Okay.
saves against this. Ah, 2 damage.
6s.
I killed one.
Right, you killed one. And the other one?
Cool.
Cool. You killed a paladin.
Yeah, take that.
Cool.
Then the missile on the top for 6 shots. Reroll the 1s because you are on an objective. And then 4s. Right, so the 6 is AP 2.
Okay, so that's
and
a 3 up
3
save.
damage.
That one's fine, and the other one's a 2 up saves.
Yes.
Oh,
Cool.
good.
They are absolutely fine. I killed 1 with my 570.1. Okay.
I feel okay about that.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Hillfire is Avenger Gatling Cannon into the Paladins as well.
Yep.
Just see if we can plink off one more, because I know that you can bring one back.
Can indeed.
With a precious CP. If I could have 2 dice, please.
Because you asked so nicely. 4s.
Not bad. This is AP2, so you'll
Okay,
have...
so this isn't additional damage?
No, this is
No,
just
that
him
was
has
just
that.
because he
Yeah,
was
That's
he was
his
special.
Dreadblade Bond, yeah.
So AP2s. Ooh. So 3 up saves?
Yeah. 1. See if you ignore it.
I do.
All right, I won't bother with the heavy stubbers because that's not going
Because nobody has time for that.
difference. So charges, that big boy, I'm just going to do him into the
You go for
guys
it.
at the back here. So that'll do it. Just tow him in there. Then we'll have this war dog into these 4 strikes, interceptors.
They are strikes, so I've just got a silly backpack
Oh,
on
right,
there.
okay.
Let's get rid of that.
5 will make it there. The very wounded carnivore
Come on.
into the Dread Knight over there. I'm not sure that's actually going to make it.
So,
Oh well.
yeah, you're in.
Yeah.
You're in.
Just
I'll allow it.
Thanks.
Such a swell guy.
Yeah, I know, right? And then this big guy, the Rampager, into your Grandmaster.
Ooh, looking forward
This
to
is the
one.
fight. That
In
is
he comes.
10. Can you intervene with the Paladins or anything?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. I will stand and face you. And then take a bunch of mortal wounds next turn.
Now, just a quick one. I think this is a really good point to make. How you moved your model there, Michael. You've obviously done it
Yes.
just for it to look cool on camera.
Yes.
You wouldn't normally be able to rotate your model like that.
Right, you'd have to put the move in to do it.
You'd have to actually take the inches from one of the side of the bases if you wanted to pivot or rotate it. Obviously, look, we want to get you some awesome shots tonight on tonight's
Well, I rolled
stream.
a 10 on the charge.
Yes, you could have done it, but let's say you'd have rolled like, what was the charge you needed?
Probably a 5, 6.
A 5 or a 6. So if you'd have only rolled a 5,
Yeah.
when you actually move your models, you could have only moved your base in the exact same sort of direction you were in.
Yeah.
But obviously what we've done is we've made it look cool for you, and
Camera
also,
over that.
yeah, and also we've obviously got the, fantastic shots here for you, but also because you had the big charge, you could have done that as well.
Yeah.
Just want to point that out so you
Very
at home can sort of understand the difference between the different ways we move models and things, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, awesome, yeah. And Mandy D's in the chat. How you doing, Mandy?
D's in the chat.
What a legend. What a legend.
Right.
Right, okay, anyway, let's continue.
Let's see if this carnivore can kill
Can chop me up.
this guy. We're within 12. I'll have to check the aura range because if I'm within 9, I get 2 roll 1s to hit.
Okay.
So we have 6 attacks.
Even on bottom bracket.
Yeah, I don't believe their attacks change, but I'll double check
Ooh.
for you.
Oh,
I think it's their hit roll that changes.
Yeah, I like that. Sorry, I've
Where have I
asked
put my
the
codes?
question now.
I gave that.
Put him on the spot now. I didn't actually mean to put you on the spot there.
That's all right.
Well, I don't know what happened there.
Came over
And assaulted us.
and assaulted you,
Yeah.
basically. So
Yeah.
carnivore down to 3 left. So my hit roll is modified, so it's a 4 now,
Okay.
which is significant. And I'll just double check the aura from the Rampager as well. Within 9, so I can't get the
So it's
re-rolls.
out of reroll range.
Out of reroll range.
Could
None
be
of those
tough.
none of those mega inches over here, thank you
None
very
of the
much.
Mega inches.
Just the normal
Need
inches.
the old bendy sticks, that's what we need.
Yeah. We got some of those bendy sticks.
Do we?
Yeah, because of Horus Heresy,
In
mate.
the Horus Heresy book? Oh.
Yeah, there's a couple in the windowsill. Go get one. Treat yourself.
Oh, you know the best thing about these sticks?
Hitting each other.
Hitting each
You-
other, basically.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. This is a tough one.
Where are we
Um,
going first?
I've got 2 CP. I want to spend a CP here for +1 to hit you
Okay.
because he's only hitting on 4s at the moment.
It seems
Right.
like it could be good.
You've got 12 wounds,
13.
13 wounds, and a 4 up in one.
Yes. They're quite good little knights, aren't they?
They're tough. They're tough little guys.
Dread Knights.
I'd only
some
have
might
one
say.
CP left. I probably need that somewhere else. So we're just going to go with it. We're rolling with it.
Throw it at me.
Forwards hit ya. Oh, okay.
Right, I'm calling these new dice. That's it. We've got to
Okay.
retire them.
Okay.
Go on then.
That's why we
Alright.
sold so many.
Yeah, I'll buy a few more.
Right. Now, I can reroll a wound or
You
hit.
can, yes,
So I'll
that
reroll
is-
the 1 just in case it hasn't wounded.
Watch your head, Michael. Get your head back. There we go.
And then
Perfect.
there's 1 2 in there. I'll
So
just double check the strength. This is with the claw.
So I'm toughness 6,
So
so this is strength
Toughness
12.
6 with the claw. We are times 2, so strength 12. So yeah, 6 wounds.
How much
That
damage are
is-
these?
D3 plus 3.
Oh,
Come on. Can the little man do it for himself?
I can, thank you.
oh, D3 plus 3, so that's minimum more than I've got.
Yes. So that is currently 16 damage.
Well, then I'm dead. Well, didn't expect that, I'm not going to lie.
Neither did I.
Is that a character?
No, that's the basic one.
Right.
What a hero. And I will
Hey,
consolidate.
we're not. Hold that thought, Nicole. Okay, we are not muted. Okay.
I mean, that was...
Well, that happened.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah, you will.
Would you like to interrupt,
How many
Chris?
CP have I got?
Well, you've got quite a few. I'm pretty sure you're on like 6 at the moment. Let me just...
You've got more than you started with.
I've got more than I started with, yeah.
You're on 4.
I'm on
Forgive
4.
me, you're on 4.
No, I don't think I will.
Not going to interrupt.
But what I am going to do... Oh, well, who are you fine with? The big one, surely.
Maybe I'll start with the little ones.
All right, start with the little one.
Tempt you into an interrupt, depending how these go, yeah?
All right, you crack
So
on.
we'll go with the big guy in the corner,
Yeah.
fighting your 5 guys. You've got a 3-up armor save.
3 up.
So to chew through a 3-up with Armour of Contempt, I need to be AP 5.
Yeah, sounds about right.
AP 5, okay. But then you'd have 6s. I'm going to do a sweep with the chainsword.
I think that's the right decision.
We do have 18 attacks with the sweep.
Do we think I should just take the 5 guys off?
He's hit on 2s, wounded on 2s.
I think I should take the 5 guys off.
It might be, yeah.
All right, they're dead
Yeah,
as
I'm
well.
afraid.
There we go. Quick game for good game.
Yeah, so it's 18 attacks, hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. We get 1 reroll in there.
They're dead.
They'll have a 6-up save. So he's going to consolidate 3. Can't quite get to the objective. So there we go. But thankfully it is sticky. Right here, this war dog.
Yeah, I'm not
We
taking that one off.
are
You're rolling
gonna
that one.
Roll for this. So I'm going to do my heavy attacks
Okay.
because they're AP 5.
Seems like a good idea.
Hitting on 3s. Reroll 1s because my rampage is within 9.
Yeah.
So that's very nice. Let's see whether that hits. No, okay, fine. And
Gotcha.
then 2s to wound.
Presumably. Right, they're all dead as well.
Yeah, AP 5, damage 3. All right.
All right.
You know what? That's gone pretty well so
It's
far.
gone pretty well, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
You get to hit me too.
Yeah. Right, the big man.
I'm going to use my throw up invuln for this turn, I think.
You sure?
I think it's a good idea.
Okay. All right, fair enough.
How many attacks you got?
I will have 21 sweep attacks if I go for the sweep, which with a 3-up in one's probably the wisest move here.
And that's at strength lots.
Strength 8. Only strength 8, so I wouldn't wound you on 2s.
So I'm going to spend 2 of my CP.
Okay.
And I'm going to transhuman him.
All right.
There
You
you
can
go.
transhuman him.
Well, he's a character.
Unbelievable.
I don't think you can because he's a vehicle.
Just double check it. Let's double check it. Let's double check it.
I'm not going to transhuman him.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to transhuman
Is it infantry only? Infantry and biker?
It's core infantry.
Core infantry.
So you can't actually do it on paladin.
Would have you wanted?
They are, they're vehicle.
Would have you wanted to interrupt instead?
Nah, you can't kill him.
Okay, cool.
I'm not with a huge amount of luck.
Sure.
Better to be lucky than good.
If I started with 10 CP, maybe, but I've only got 4, and it's turn 2.
Sure.
Right, okay. So we're going to sweep. That's
Buy on death instead.
I'm used to that.
21 attacks. Let me get all of these. ready.
Someone said in the chat, don't you have to pay a CP for a sweep? Could be wrong. I think there's a stratagem related to
Right,
doing
yeah.
sweep attacks. You can just attack with
Mhm.
your sweep profile for
That's
free.
right. The stratagem gives you an extra dice per sweep attack,
Yeah.
but you can't reroll any hit rolls, so it is a stratagem. But you do get a normal sweep here. He's Knight Diabolus, so he's got 7 attacks on the charge.
Let's do it.
So he's hitting on 2s,
Can he do it? Get through that 3-up invuln.
and he rerolls 1s because he's Knight Diabolus. So I'm just going to move these this way. Okay, fine then. And then he's wounding on 3s. So there's only damage 2 though.
Not worried at all. Quite worried.
Okay, so I get 1 free reroll from House Lucaris. Chuck that in there now. Never
Nope.
mind. These rerolls haven't done much, have they?
And these are damage 2.
These are damage 2, so you probably live.
Okay.
Unless you
so I
fail
need
all
to
of them.
fail 5 of these because I've got 10 wounds left.
Yeah.
So just for the chat, keep one potentially in your hand for a CP reroll, because obviously that
I'm
would
going to roll
be...
5 at a time to start.
Yeah, sure.
So I've failed 2 so far.
Okay. Oh dear.
Oh.
One at a time. Oh.
We'll CP that one.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Right then. So he's dead.
Well, to
He's going to fight on
stoke the
death.
flames, I'm going to see if I get a CP for your CP.
Brilliant.
I do.
You do.
Excellent.
So spend me 2 more CP.
No,
1, and then 2,
not grandma.
and then I get 1. Yeah, cool.
And I'm going to fight on death.
Yes.
This has gone very badly. Okay, 6 attacks.
Mm-hmm. Now I am -1 to hit and wound in melee.
Brilliant.
Do you fight on your full profile?
That's a really good question.
Just
I wouldn't have
just
thought.
check in.
I think so.
Does your hit roll even change?
No, it doesn't.
Hit rate doesn't change, so
Oh,
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Then.
So instead of hitting on 2s, I'm hitting on 3s.
Very nice. Got that there. Strength
10, so
Nice.
3s to 4s.
4s. Yes. Haha! My transhuman works better.
Okay, 2 saves.
2 saves. AP.
3.
Okay, so I've got a 2-up save base. So
Yep,
5
5
ups.
Head Michael.
Sorry. I'm trying to lean that way.
3 damage.
3 damage. Okay.
That didn't go well.
Yeah, that wasn't so good, was it?
That was significant. So he's got 21 left. Well, I don't really know what to say after that turn. That was pretty much everything.
That
my
hurt.
way. That was.
But that's all right.
All right. So important things to note. He's now favoured.
Okay,
So within 6 inches of him, you're -1 attack.
great.
This guy's favoured, so he's got hit transhuman now.
Okay,
He did nothing. And that's it. That's that.
Those paladins have to put some work in.
they're going to have to do something, aren't they?
Yeah, they got this, Chris. Come
It's
on.
all right.
Yeah,
the
they're
2nd
fine.
wave is coming out now.
No worries, no worries, no worries.
Okay, so I hold half or more of the objectives.
You do?
What's my Abhor the Witch tally for that turn?
Oh, good God, about 1 million. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You scored 9 points that turn for a
Wow, it's big.
Jesus.
That's a big swing on the points
So
there.
9, 12, 15, 18 points that turn, including the extra primary. So let me do that real quick. Okay, all right. Yeah.
That happened.
CPs for both of you, and we will
Yep.
mute you as we go to the top down. Make sure you put the turn over to turn 3 now, Michael, please, on the scoreboard. Right, they're muted.
So those knights are doing some damage on the table there. And they seem to be giving out a lot of damage and not taking too much damage themselves. So I guess what advice would you give to Chris or anyone who's facing knights, and how do you go in and take the knights down or win the game, Jake?
Just like smash them. No, you can say knights are a weird one. They don't have a lot of models, And all of their units are obviously just like one-man units because they've got a lot of wounds, you know, they've got a lot of attacks. So, you know, it's good to just sort of, I like to, when playing knights, just work one at a time, work through all the small ones. Like think about it like you're eating food. Starters, these are all the starters, except
Right,
Mr.
all the
Waternoose.
war dogs.
Yeah, and then work on the big ones, unless the big ones come a bit of a problem or come early.
Okay.
That's right, isn't it?
Yeah, what with the reason why you would take rid of the was a couple of things you need to remember with Chaos Knights is
Right.
that if they have their upgraded ability, when they start to deal damage to you, they become a lot more resilient.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes getting in and killing them early stops them from basically, you know, leveling up, as it were, and becoming much harder to kill. So you need to be able to pick your moment, because if you don't kill it, you'll then bounce and then it'll kill you. So what you typically want to do, though, like Jake said, is work on killing all the, essentially the board control of the army, the smaller armigers that are running around, grabbing objectives, you know, charging you, stopping you from doing what you want to do, getting, you know, maybe engaged in all fronts or whatever. Get rid of those nice and early, and then just focus on move blocking as much as you possibly can and slowing down the big knights and just presenting small units where the big knight has to interact with, which isn't really a good value for its like combat phase to be hitting, like, let's say 100-point unit. It wants to be going in and getting stuck into those big characters. So maybe what Chris could have done then was had a smaller unit strikes in front of that Grandmaster. So therefore that the only thing that he could get charged by was the strikes, then the Grandmaster can then countercharge. So the strikes are great at move blocking, and especially the Inceptors that can move much faster. And then obviously the big Nemesis Dreadnought can go in and be the one that fights first in those situations. Yeah.
Yeah, and to be fair, I think that is kind of what Chris was doing. He wanted to get rid of that war dog, and then obviously we've got that Chaos Knight stratagem that maybe just changed the game plan a little bit.
The Dread Test, yeah.
And then obviously changed, like, Chris's units were already on the table by then, so it's maybe something to think about in the turns going forward for Chris.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be something that we're going to need to keep remembering. Okay, it looks like Chris is ready. He's put everything out here, so it's going to be interesting to see what we can do in this turn. We'll head over to the table, and I'll mute the guys now.
I'll mute you. So, a bit more. I have to commit this turn. I took way more damage than I would have preferred to last turn. It's not game over, but I don't have spare assets anymore. And a big part of this list is lots of little units, go out, trade. I'm going to switch that slightly now and say, I've got to go out and kill him, because if I don't, I won't have anything left to trade with. So as you can see, I've moved up onto the two objectives that I need to take back. I've dropped in my last unit of Interceptors down in the corner over here. They're doing my retrieve Nephilim data, thank you. And I need to roll about 400 million psychic tests at this point.
Sounds good.
Which is the correct number of psychic tests to do. So, we're going to start with a smite from this unit here.
Very well.
No, we're not. Yeah, we are. We'll start with the smite. Let's get
Okay.
get it going. So that goes off.
Can you kill him? No.
Almost.
Okay.
That's unfortunate. Okay, don't worry too much about that. We're now going to change the tide.
Okay.
So the Librarian has warp shaping, so he's going to change from the Tide of Shadows to the Tide of Mortal Wounds.
Celerity
The
or
Tide,
something.
Tide of Mortal Wounds, which he does. So now every time I roll a 6 to wound you, in combat, you take a mortal wound in addition to anything else that happens.
Sounds excellent.
Which is what, it's the only real way I'm going to be able to chew through your nuts.
Yes.
Next up, we are going to go for the Librarian. It's going to cast Vortex of Doom on your big knight,
Here we go.
which goes off.
Yep.
So you take 2d3 plus 1 mortal wounds.
Very nice. Oh, we can't catch a break.
That'll be 4 mortal wounds.
2d3 plus 1?
2d3 plus 1. So 3 mortal wounds. Sorry, that would be 2d6. Yeah, that would be better. Next up will be Purifying Flame.
Does
That's
he
a
naturally
10.
do 3?
He naturally does 2.
2, okay.
So
So he
it's
did
a-
warp
it's-
shaping as well?
No, warp shaping is the apothecary.
Oh, the apothecary,
yeah,
sorry.
the apothecary is the warp
All right,
shaper.
cool.
So that's a 10. So that is 3 mortal wounds,
Three
which
more
goes up to
plus
4
one.
with his warlord trait. So it's 4.
14 wounds remaining on this knight.
Right. Next up, Castle and Crow.
Mm-hmm.
Going to do it himself. He's going to cast the same power.
Yep.
So that is an 8. Gets pumped to a 9, so it's just another 3.
Okay. And this is a power that you can do more than once.
It gets 1 more expensive each time you do it.
Cool.
Yeah. How many have you got left?
11.
11 left. Interesting. Is that enough? Yeah, it's probably enough. Next up, we are going to do our second smite,
Mm-hmm.
which will be... We'll just do it with the other unit over there.
Cool.
There's no reason not to. There we are. It's at least 1.
Yep. Do I blow up? Nope.
No.
All right.
Get him off.
Oh.
We're going to go on to our third smite now. So this would be an 8, which would be
Mm-hmm.
this one here.
Cool.
No, that's a 7. And we're going to purify this objective
5,
back
6, 7. Is it not 7 now? Third smite?
It's 7, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're fine. I think you're fine.
here. Yes, you're right, because you
Yeah.
don't add 1 for the first. Sorry, yes. 2
And
wounds.
that was here, was it?
That was this guy, yeah.
Okay. 10 left. All right.
Right. Did I just roll to purify? I'll roll it again. I purified this objective here for 1
All right.
point.
Yep. And you can't purify in the middle.
I don't control it because you're OBSEC.
Not OBSEC, but I am 10 models. Do you have OBSEC over there?
No, I don't have OBSEC over
Okay,
there anyway.
all right.
So I can't do it there. I'm going to need to kill you. I still have a psychic power I can cast from the paladins. So they're just going to try and increase their armor save by 1,
Mm-hmm.
which they failed to do.
Oh dear.
Right, okay, this is going well. I've not really got a lot of shooting left.
Just
I'm
going to
afraid.
add your Bring It On now.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Yeah, bring it
Classic film from 2001. One
on.
of my formative films of my adolescence.
And you did Nachman, so I'll add that on as well.
I did, yes. What? This guy has a 2-up armor save, is that right?
2 plus armor save, yeah.
And this guy
3 plus.
3 plus. So we're going to do a bit of shooting.
Okay.
So they're going to shoot their stormbolters at him.
Very good.
So it's 20 shots. And do I need to do any kind of test to see if I can shoot you, or is that ignored
Is
because
this-
I'm
If
on
it's
this guy
the closest
here?
target,
Yeah.
then
So,
you're
so they
fine.
don't need to.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah. So those 5, they're all right.
Thought I'd check that now.
Yeah.
On 3s. And 5s.
Yep.
Oh, just a 3.
Just grab those. 2 go through.
2.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Well, I need it. His wounded them was 6s. That just feels stupid. So they're going to try and shoot him.
Yes. Okay. So,
So
you've got
now
to
I
do a
need
dread
to-
test. You are fine because you're only -1 leadership.
Only -1.
Yeah.
I actually don't know what Paladin's leadership is.
I'm going to expect that 9.
It's got to be.
It's my guess.
The regular guys are 8, so
You got
so either way that's fine. Their
Yeah.
leadership 9.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent.
So same again. 5, 10. 15.
Should mention my Harbinger's ability this turn. If Chris fails a morale test, an extra model flees. I don't really think that's going to come up much, but
Jolly well hope not. Jolly well hope not. Who am I?
and this is the Paladins going into the wounded war dog.
That's right.
5s to wound. 5.
5 saves.
Not bad. Is he okay? He takes 2 more.
Takes 2 more.
6
Got to
left.
chip him down. Fishing for those mortals.
Don't think he's going to survive combat.
Well, I hope not. How many CP do you have?
I have 4.
You have 4? Where do they
4,
come
yep.
from?
Well, I got a regenerated one from you spending one,
I see.
and I've had 3 over the.
Oh, right. Well, we better do some charges then. We're going to start with the Paladins.
Cool.
Just into your big boy.
Yep.
They can't fail that. So
Yep. It's good actually because if they did a test and they failed the test, they have to half their charge distance. Thankfully, it didn't matter on a 3.
okay.
'Cause
So
you're an inch away anyway, so it would have been fine. But
right. So Castle and Crow's about to charge. Do I need to do a test?
you
for
will
them
need
then?
to do a test for Crow, yes.
Right. So
What's Crow's leadership?
Well, he's failed it.
He's failed it. Okay, so
He's
you
failed.
half his charge roll.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. Oh God. Okay.
Right, how much do I actually need? So,
Well, I'm guessing a 5 will do.
5. So,
Five, so you
I
need
would
to roll
need
a 10.
Yeah. Oh. Right. Putting at 1 CP, don't I?
That is correct. Yes.
Yeah, we can't really reroll that.
If it helps, I do have fight first, so I would probably fight. But I guess you fight
Yeah,
on
he
death.
fights
so
on death anyway.
It doesn't really matter there. Yeah.
Right, we won't do it. And then here.
Yep.
What they're in.
You're fine. Yeah. I'm not going to make you roll the test because you're clearly an inch away.
Okay. Well then, that happened. Not really what I was looking for, but it's a good start. Let's do some fighting. So you
Let's
can
do some
interrupt.
fighting.
That's the important
He
thing.
fights first,
Yes.
so you're going to have to take him out first.
Yeah. Well, we better see what some paladins can do then.
Yeah. What's their damage in general?
2
2.
in general.
Okay.
There is one guy who's got a hammer,
Yeah.
which is more, but the rest are 2.
I will spend 2 of my CP to -1 to your damage.
Fantastic. Okay. Nemesis, Full Sword, and Demon Hammer. So times 2. So we'll start with the Paragon then. He's got 5 attacks with his
Okay.
Demon Hammer.
Oh, you're -1 attack, remember?
He's got 4 attacks with his Demon Hammer.
And -1 to hit. Though you're already -1 to hit, right, with the demon hammer?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's fine.
So hit you twice.
-1 wound.
So he wounded you at least once plus a mortal wound. So he was strength 8,
Okay.
I think. So he would have needed a 4.
-1 to a 5.
So 1 wound
1 wound,
plus a mortal,
plus a more AP.
a few.
It's enough. So rolled a 2.
Yeah, so
that's
it's 3
4
damage down to 2.
3 down to 2, so 3 total because of the
Yes.
mortal.
Yeah.
I've got 8 left.
Okay, and I got 4 more dudes. They
Yep.
each have 4 attacks normally, now 3 attacks.
Yes.
So they should be hitting you on 2s, they're now hitting you on 3s.
Yes. Ouch.
Could do with some 6s here.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
2.
got 2 6s. So that's just 2 wounds.
Okay.
Because I was doing on 5s, wasn't
Strength
I?
6 or
5 or something, yeah.
Yeah, and then -1 to wound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't wound because he's -1 to wound.
Yeah.
So that's 2 wounds plus 2 mortals.
Excellent. I failed them both, but they're 1 damage each.
They're
so
now
take
1
4
damage
more
each. Yeah.
total. So I've got 4 left. All right. I do fight first. It doesn't matter in this instance. I'm happy for you to
Just crack on over
carry
here.
on. How many CP have I? I've got 2, so I could interrupt.
You could.
Let me check if I'm within 9 for reroll 1s. I was last turn, so it should be again. Yeah. I'm going to leave it. I don't think it's worth it. My number
Right.
CP.
Are these guys on -1 attack as well?
Only if they're within 6 of him, which they're not, so they're fine.
Okay, so
I have no defences here.
hopefully I'll
Just
get
really
someone
good
there.
save rolls.
Just really good save rolls.
Yes.
Right, so I got 5 dudes.
Yep.
Including a sergeant.
Mm-hmm.
On 3s. And then 5s.
Strength 5 or
Five.
6, so yeah, 5s. Oh my god. That
2
is-
wounds. Yeah, 2 wounds.
Jesus. Okay. AP 3.
3, yeah.
They've got swords.
Chris, you've had some horrific luck,
Yeah,
mate.
it's been pretty shocking.
What can you
So
do?
any 6 there was mortals in addition.
What can you
I
do?
should be dead. I've got 2 left, but
Yep.
I should be dead.
Should be dead. Take him off then.
Go on, shut me up.
Can you imagine the chat if I just took him off?
I'm in the chat. I'll
I
say
don't
it.
think I'll kill them unless I roll like I did against the.
Yeah.
Right, so I'll just do him now. He's hitting on
Imagine the chat with a dread
5s.
test.
Okay.
He doesn't normally hit on 2s. Like
Yeah,
the other
because
guy normally hit on
he's the
2s.
other, he's a
He's,
shooter.
so
Yeah.
he's hitting on 5s. So 5s to hit. Rerolling 1s. and then I'll reroll 1 for my Lucaris trait. So 2 hits, 2's to wound. I've rolled too many attacks, so I'm just going to say I didn't wound you. Because he's only got 5 on the charge.
Sure.
And I rolled a 1 there anyway. So, Big Knight,
Go on.
your T4, you got 3 wounds each.
That's right.
What's your armor save at the moment?
2 up.
2 up.
I didn't get my power off.
Your Invuln's 5?
Inman's 5 up.
Okay, so I need to be AP 4 to take you to your Invuln, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Which the sweep would be. I think it's just safer doing the sweep,
Probably.
so I think we'll just do that. Or do I just hit them with the claw? Just big old
Just
attacks.
eat them. Just do the old
Big
turn
old
off,
attacks.
turn off the Invuln. Pick it up, throw it away.
Well, you can only do that for 1 attack. I can only turn the Invuln off for 1 attack. I think it's pretty cool, so I'm actually going to hit you with my claw. You're thinking I'm mad, but you've got an apothecary.
Go on, Apothecary.
It's only damage 2 if I sweep. This is going to be damage 8.
Well, right, Apothecary's not going to help with that. Yeah.
Exactly. So 2's to hit. I reroll 1s because I'm Knight Diabolus. Oh, sorry, I am bracketed, aren't I?
I think
I
you
should
got
probably
4
think
wounds
about
left, I think.
So I would hit on 4s.
Okay.
I've said it now, so I'm going to do it. Probably a better idea to sweep if you're hitting on 4s. Lucaris, I'll reroll that one. Okay.
3 saves.
3 saves. It'll be on the Invuln.
You gonna spend a CP and try and turn one of them off?
Well, we've got 2 left. It's probably not worth it. It's damage 8.
I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably would have been just as good as the sweep, if we're honest.
Well,
That's pretty horrific.
that was shocking.
That was really unlucky, Chris.
But
Few things, just like not getting your powers off. Obviously, then the fail on the charge. I mean, Crow shouldn't be failing a morale check there. That's horrendous.
Which
And then-
leadership 9.
8.
And
Is he
then
only leadership 8?
8. Yeah.
He's pretty brave.
he's not, clearly.
Oh, he's just dreaded.
Wow.
Too many dread knights.
Well, there's just so much dread going on. And obviously, not being able to pick up that armature as well. Yeah, very unlucky turn there, Chris. And I think you really needed one to kind of bring
Well,
it back
the
in
thing
and
is, it's
swing the
not-
balance of the game.
It's not over yet because he's locked in combat now with this big guy in the middle. So that's his terrifying
Fall
thing.
back and charge.
Well, you can fall back and charge, which is fine. Just
So sincere there,
Sorry, Chris.
Michael.
Sorry, I just
So-
want to,
Just keep twisting that. Just keep twisting that knife. Just keep kneeling on me. Yeah.
So sincere. oh yeah, you failed your charge.
This is going to be a turn. Put it
Oh,
that
and
way.
unlucky there,
I'm
Chris.
ready.
You failed your charge. Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
Hit me, Mike.
So after the batterings I've had with the Chaos Knights,
oh no, you're
they're
due a glow up.
Knights very rarely manage to do stuff. You do owe me a morale check.
Go on,
the
all right.
Paladin.
What's your failure?
Yeah. Right, what
It's
is
just one
this?
dice. It's just one dice. It's just-
Another one won't fail.
What's your leadership?
I don't know. 9.
Michael, just stop. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Fine.
Okay.
Since when is morale a phase of the game?
I know, right? do you want to mute us points wise? You've got R&D.
I've
so
R&D'd
we've got that
up.
on.
Yeah.
You've taken an objective off me and killed a unit on objective, so you get
So I got
extra
3 for that.
primary. Yeah.
There we go.
Let's get the scores on the doors. You both get a command point, and we'll move into Michael's turn 3. Wow. Chris, at least he's got a smile on his face. That is all we can say there.
Hey, it could be worse. I could be playing Tau right now.
You could have a Tau army. Oh.
Don't know. I think so. Hammerheads could have been ideal in this matchup, mate.
4
Yeah,
hammers.
Yeah, 4 hammerheads, what you needed.
Yeah, just long striking friends. Yeah.
Long striking friends.
Won't have any friends after it.
No, that is that's a one-turn game there. So hammerheads, they're still the money. Right, we'll head over to top down and we'll mute those guys. There we go. Wow.
Yeah, let's talk about that go, because that was wow, very unlucky for Chris. I think Michael was loving it, rubbing salt in the
Every wound.
every chance he got.
Oh, you grazed your knee. Here's a bit of salt
did
there.
You, -1, by the way. It was your -1 to hit. Your -1 to hit. Okay. I could pick him up, but imagine the chat, so I'm gonna keep him on the table. Okay, yeah, why not? Keep him on the table. Let's just thrash Chris. Why not? So, is there actually any coming back from this for Chris? Like, looking at the table, what does Chris need to do to pull this back and score some points?
So it's going to be really, unfortunately, the knight here. How many wounds has he got left there, Chris?
Which one?
The one he's just moved back.
2.
He's got 2. And how many models have you got within engagement range? 5 units there?
5.
5. So if you roll 2 6s for a CP, you kill the armager as it falls back.
Given that I didn't roll 2 6s with
I reckon.
12 wounds.
Do it. Do it.
Does it change the game state if you get rid of it now?
You've got 2 CP.
It doesn't matter because
You can interrupt instead.
it's not going to change what happens here. Because either way, this one will be able to shoot them.
Cool. No worries. So that is sometimes a really good stratagem to play against knights when they've got not many wounds. You've got lots of models in combat. Remember, it's a fantastic stratagem in the core rulebook you can use. Chris has decided to keep the 2 CPs maybe for an interrupt later on. I mean, Chris has got a really good. If you look at like the sort of bottom right-hand side of the table near Seb's shoes, then we can
And ignore the rest of the table.
Yeah,
He's doing great.
You rubbing the salt in the wound as now as well. We're all doing
Might
it.
as well join the bandwagon.
But unfortunately, there obviously we're in a situation where Michael's moved around the other side of the table and starting to put a bit more pressure on that side. So yeah, it's going to be tough, but we'll see what Chris can do. And remember, you just have to score as many points as you possibly can, even when the game's going slightly awry because of dice rolls. Just simply focus on how many points you can possibly score. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely some sound advice there, because the dice rolls are letting Chris down a little bit on this this game.
It's
You roll enough dice in enough games and it all comes right. There's no point feeling bad about it.
Absolutely, yeah. So, Chris made a really good point. You roll enough dice in enough games, and you'd no point getting like stressed or salty about it. All you can do is have a bit of a laugh with it, make a joke, and move on with it, and just keep playing to the best of your ability. We might have a turn here, and Michael will hopefully fail every single roll possible, and then Chris is back in it. That could happen. So, it's all there to play for. Seb's getting some quality shots, by the way.
Beautiful shots of the army. And Michael painted the Chaos Knights, right?
The Grey Knights.
Yeah,
Grey Knights.
the Chaos Knights.
And then they're Grey Knights, though.
They are actually grey
Yeah.
knights.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. You're right, Jake. So yeah, interested to hear your thoughts are in the chat. Can Chris bring this back? What would you do if you're in Chris's shoes? We're really interested to hear your comments in the chat. Yeah. Anyway, I think Michael's done, so we'll head over back to the table.
Right. Well, this is an interesting position to be in with knights. We've moved forward. We're obviously going to fall back and charge with the rampage in the middle.
Obviously.
This guy's going to come out over here and try and deal with these. I don't really have the assets to be everywhere on the board. This guy, I think I'm just going to shoot these just to try and get rid of them.
I mean, we've joked a little bit about my bad dice rolls, but so far your 600-point knight, all about shooting, hasn't done anything. So dice go both way in the same game. It's easy to look at the big impactful ones, but
it's very true.
a quarter of your army is about to hurt me.
Yeah.
One pump me, some might say.
Well, perhaps we'll one pump you. Let's start shooting, shall we? I'll just do this little guy.
Go on.
Here. 12 shots with his gun. Okay. Hit on 4s because he's bracketed. 3s to wound. There you go. It's AP2 to AP1.
AP1, so 4s.
Yeah, 4s. It's only 1 damage.
One dead.
I won't bother with the heavy stubbers. The big boy is going to fire everything at these 5. Now, you could take the mask, but let's be real.
But I'm not going to.
This guy's
What would the chat say?
really good.
What would the chat say?
Battle cannon. Oh, he's fired 7 shots. 7.
7.
Oh, he's hit
Yeah, isn't it with them
yeah,
now, has
that's
he?
about right.
Yeah.
Strength 8. Right, okay, so 2 of these are AP 3/4 damage.
Well, okay.
One of them's AP 2.
So the AP3 ones,
Yes. 1.
well, I'll kill the one wound guy, yeah. And the other one?
Yep.
Saves.
Cool. Good old Armour of Contempt.
I love Armour of Contempt. It's the best.
The Avenger. Bang, bang, bang. 4 misses. 3s to wound. There you go. 2 of these are AP 3 damage. The other ones are AP 2.
2 damage, yeah.
2 damage, yes.
So it's 2 dead.
Cool.
And one more dead.
So there's 1 left. I will fire, I think the top gun's probably the best one for this. 4, 3s to hit, they all hit. 3s to wound.
Stop it.
One is, well, that one
That
that's
one.
saved. And then 2 3-up saves. It's damage 2.
I rolled the wrong. I rolled the. Oh, the frontline gaming dice let me down there.
Okay, that's the shooting. Time for a charge. The big boy in the middle. Oh, we'll do this guy first. He's in.
He's in.
He's out of the way. The guy in the middle there will charge. I think the librarian and the paladins.
Yep.
So that's 8.
So if you could roll me a leadership test.
Yes.
I can't do that roll. I know Dread Knight. In
Now-
we come.
There's a problem here.
There is.
I can't actually charge a Libby
Why not?
because Crow will intervene and absolutely murder me.
From where you are, he'll probably do that anyway because he's got a 6-inch heroic.
So I will charge here.
Okay.
And
Just
do
them.
this.
Yeah.
The problem is now that the Libby's just going to do loads of mortal wounds to me.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the cost. It's either I give up the knight and
Or
lots of
the-
victory points for the middle,
Yep.
or the Libby stays alive and just murders me more.
Does over there.
I think this is the only thing I can do here.
I think so.
Yeah. So we'll go in with we'll go with the sweep,
Yeah.
and we'll do the 2 damage one for the most attacks.
Go for it. I'm making you roll it though. Making you roll it.
Understandable.
What would the chat say? This is going to be my new thing.
Well, the chat said if they were in your shoes, Chris, they would shake your opponent's hand and go to the bar.
Well, that is actually my default position for round 1, game 1. Something I'm quite looking forward to at SummerSlam. Bars in the room. Jake's birthday. It's going to be a hell of an event.
And mega pints, apparently.
And mega pints available.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what a mega pint is? And it's not milk.
Thankfully.
What is it?
It's a big pint.
Is it?
Do you know what a pint is anyway?
No.
Okay. Well,
No.
we can't have a pint of whiskey sour. You'll die.
An old fashioned doesn't come in a mega pint.
Not twice, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Just the once.
£100.
Andy has said here with a super chat. So thank you so much, Andy, for the super chat at £2. Do we think Armour of Contempt will survive tomorrow's data slate? Who knows? Who knows? I couldn't possibly know that. And if I did, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to comment.
Do you want to roll?
Because
Jake,
If you do
stop
2 at
trying
a
to
time,
get me to shake my head or nod. Stop it.
keep these-
Alex Wilkins also has been a member for 4
How many
months.
left
Hype
over?
for the game. Have fun, y'all. Thank you.
7.
Yeah.
So the first one.
Okay.
So
Second one.
second one.
He is dead.
He is
and then
dead.
it's 10.
They're dead.
So what just happened there, guys? Round it up for us. What happened?
This big knight here.
Yeah.
Stomped on my 2 paladins.
No.
How many CP have I got?
You have
2.
2, I believe.
You definitely got 2 because you haven't spent any of this.
I think I should intervene over here then.
It's probably worth it.
Intervene? You know what I mean. Interrupt.
Yeah. So I could -1 damage, but I don't think it's going to make a difference here.
Well, with any luck, I'll kill you
Well,
with the mortals.
realistically, it shouldn't make a difference here. So
The mortals should do it.
yeah, they should.
5 guys left. Yeah, because 6. 16 attacks. Come on, we can do this. Start.
Nice.
Come
we can
on,
do
Chris.
this,
Come on, Chris. Come on, Chris.
What time is it?
Chris time.
Okay, probably enough.
That should be enough. 'Cause there's 2 mortals at the end and then 5 saves at -2.
So I need to make 4 of the 5
Yeah.
on 6s.
Yeah, just pick it up. But what would the chat say?
Okay. Just don't explode. Okay.
Dead. I'll see if I get the CP from you, from the interrupt.
Of course.
I do.
You
Just before it dies.
Just before it dies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Waterlease is dead.
Okay, we'll consolidate into the Libby in the middle there. And so you can hit me with the Libby.
You've only got 4 wounds.
Go on, swing,
I'm
Chris.
gonna take my chances.
It's a 2 damage stick.
Well, I mean,
Do
if he
it.
kills me, he kills me. He's a bit of a legend, isn't he?
He's already a legend.
Come on, Chris, you could do this.
And then I'll automatically blow up.
Right,
I'm
4
joking.
attacks.
That's, that would be really nice, yeah.
There's 3 hits.
Yeah.
Go on, Chris.
Go on, Chris.
Go on, Chris.
I think it's 1 wound. No, you're -1 to wound, aren't
Minus
you?
1 to wound, yeah.
All right, never mind. Be that way. Be that way.
All right. Well,
No Chico time.
did you want to... We can do your consolidation.
We'll
as
just
part of
do
your
it. We'll
move,
do it
yeah,
by
yeah.
the movement phase. Yeah.
That is my turn.
Okay.
Abhor the Witch. Probably maxed it now.
You must have maxed the ball
Maxed
by
it
now.
now, and then we get 3
I
more.
think you
for the-
maxed it in turn 2.
Yeah, potentially. Yeah. So yeah, that's me. I'll get 3 for that. 3 for grind them down.
Yep.
And it'll be over to your turn 4. Start your turn 4.
Excellent.
And how many points do you get, Chris,
So-
at turn 4?
So I'm on 2 objectives because there's still a unit hidden here
Nice.
for 8 points.
Nice,
High
Chris.
scoring game this.
Yeah. That's good. Like it. All right, so you both get a CP as well.
You get a CP. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that again. No. It was funny once in the loosest sense of the word.
Yeah.
Cool.
All
So
right,
you're
so-
gonna mute us.
Go to top down and we'll mute you now.
Okay, so we were kind of hoping for, Michael to have some bad luck there, I think, just to, not in any mean way, just because, we want to see the game a bit more balanced and we want to see Chris do well
content.
because he is the underdog at the moment. So, Jake, what would you do in Chris's shoes? And not just shake Michael's hand and go to the bar.
Well, there's no bar, so we can't do that. Do you know what? What I'd do is just focus on the points. Focus on getting as many points as you can. Because at the end of the day, if Chris was in a tournament setting, let's bring it down to that. Obviously, it's just about trying to score as many points as you can, so then he would finish higher in the rankings. Also, there's a chance that if Michael does fluff it, then he could do quite well.
Technical terms there. So what actually are the scores? Because I can't see them from here.
Currently is if Michael's added this up correctly, 58 to Chris, 71 to Michael at the moment.
Right, okay. I was about to give a thing of, it is all about the point scoring in here. There's probably not even that far between
Yeah.
the two, but there is a little bit.
Well, the thing is, actually, we've got a few more points here for. Looks like. Oh, he's just finished an R&D there. So, Chris has still got more points to bring them down. Obviously, so if Chris starts to kill these knights, which are really heavily wounded, we're going to see a load of points now being added to Chris's score. So if he kills this big knight in the middle, that's 4. That's a change in this new mission book. If he kills that little one, then that's going to be another 2, I believe. So
he's taken some brutalities,
yeah.
and this is kind of like a slow slow points game for Chris.
Yeah,
Because
the Grey
all those
Knights-
points could come.
That's it. Typically with the Grey Knights in the secondaries chosen, they are going to wrap up every single turn. But also want to say a massive thank you to everybody that's super chatted in tonight. It really does help us out. Thank you for all the members. Like I said, we've got members content every single week. We'll be dropping the new members video on Friday. And if you're interested, we've just dropped a new podcast called On the Competitive 40K podcast where Dave Colmel interviews our Tau basically legend in Master, Kyle Grundy. They talk about basically how he got on at Goonhammer with the Tau, in the current meta. Obviously, this is pre-changes, so it'll be interesting to see what Tau have to offer in Carl's thoughts on that going forward with the heavy points changes on Tau. So we'll head over back to the table and we'll unmute the guys so Chris can smash it in his turn 4.
Smash in my turn 4, you say?
It's not over, guys.
It's not over.
over at
So
all.
we were just talking about this, and I had an absolute thumping of a turn earlier, but it's always the way with knights is that they're terrifying until they die.
Super smites.
Super smites. And I don't actually need a super smite here. So I'm just gonna go straight with a mortal wound bomb librarian who, he's been tagged in combat, so all he can do is hit the guys in. So let's see if he gets off the first power, which is Purifying Flame. He does. 4 mortal wounds.
I am dead. Chris, you know what time it is.
2 CP time.
2 CP.
Can you use that in any phase? Or
I
only
will
in
double
the
check.
shooting or fight phase?
We will see.
Oh, it's my favourite stratagem in the Imperial Knights Codex. At BAO, I ran a knight into the centre of an Eldar army, Hail of Doom Eldar. Predictably, it blew up. Well, it died. When it blew up, it did 36 mortal wounds to my opponent's army. It was glorious.
Yeah. It's just when it's destroyed.
When it's destroyed. Okay.
Yeah. I blowed up. I've done.
How far do you
up.
blow up?
Um,
Is it 2d6?
Has that updated the CP? Because it's just told me I need to refresh it. Should be down to 3 now.
It's not refreshing.
Okay, I'll refresh it again.
Click refresh environment.
Right, let's see how far. Just real quick. So 6 inches.
Oh,
It might.
I wanted you to hit your other knights.
Yeah, it might hit my other knife. No. it
No.
won't.
Wanted a big old 12-inch explosion there. Do 6 inches,
Just-
6 damage to each knight.
Just the characters then. Are you
Go on
ready?
then. I'm ready. Who do you want to hit first?
We'll go for Crow since he's the closest.
Yep.
Well, we'll do the apothecary.
The
It doesn't even matter.
I've got
'cause you
5 up
against-
anyway, so
yeah,
it doesn't matter.
So Crow. 1.
Takes
Doesn't
it.
ignore it. Yeah, take that, Crow. And then the Libby. 2.
Ignores 1.
Yeah, take it. And then the apothecary. 5. He jumped in the way.
He
He's
takes 3.
Still alive.
He's still
he
alive.
jumped in the way though.
So he took 3,
What
the
a
other
hero.
2 took 1.
Yeah.
Right.
And that is 4 victory points for Bring It Down, and another 3 for the primary at the end of the turn.
So
7 points from him.
how many points can I still score
Yeah.
on Bring It Down? Because I must be
Let's
closing in.
have a look. So you're on 8 at the moment. 8, 9, 10. So you're on 10 at the moment for Bring It Down.
Okay.
So I'm going to add those on now. And then you'll get 3 at the end of the turn. There's nothing that's going to
For
stop that. So I'll add those on now as well.
Okay, so we're going to do a smite with this squad over here, but specifically, this guy is the guy who is smiting to make this war dog the closest.
Okay. Is that all updated? Score?
What
Should
have you
be
got? What's
71, 71 now.
70. Okay, no, it's not updated yet.
Okay, so it goes off on a 5.
Cool.
Kills him.
Kill me. I will blow up. I do blow
You
up.
will blow up.
Ah. To you, I do 3 mortal wounds.
And I
Oh.
take 2, so...
I'm definitely within 6, so
Yep.
I will take 3 as well. Fair enough. 21 left.
Okay, so let's try some purifying. So over here,
I'll add another 2 victory
Oh.
points. You haven't
do
just
I have any
failed that, have
CP?
you?
Have I spent
You
all my
have
CP?
1 CP.
I'm going to use it to reroll that perils there.
Oh, did you? Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Okay, so purify there.
Yep.
The librarian will do it in the middle. Well, he's perils as well, but it does go off.
Oh, are you kidding?
So he takes 2, and does he ignore them?
Can't die at least.
He ignores
He's
them
fine.
both. There,
All
he
right.
likes it.
So that's, and then you
So-
got another.
And then over here,
Just ignore it.
no, I'm taking it. I take 1,
Sick of this.
and I ignore it. There we
you're
are.
Fine.
See?
So that is.
That's another 4 points for...
Very nice.
There we go.
4. There we go.
So that turn I have completed retrieve nihilistic or
Yep, you completed that.
completed R&D.
Yep.
I have must be coming close on completing Purifying
So
Ritual.
purifying, you're on 11.
11.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I better do another turn of that then. And I have.
Bring it down, you're on 10.
Don't know. Let's get 2 more there.
You're on 12.
There we are. So we're closing in. We're closing in.
Okay, we've got a super chat here from Josh. What a legend. And Josh has given us a $20 super chat. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
mate.
Josh.
For Michael, now that you've played some games with the Knights, Chaotic, do you think 3 big Knights with 4 War Dogs, or do you think 2 Knights with 7 War Dogs is more competitive?
I think more competitive is definitely the more War Dogs. 2 big Knights, more War Dogs. I would strongly argue, despite other people's opinions, that the Abominant's not worth it if you're taking 2 big Knights. I think you're giving up something like a Paul the Witch, and we know that there's a lot of Psychic Armies out at the moment, and it doesn't give you enough bang for your buck. It's 430 points for an Abominant. That Volkite gun doesn't really do much, and in combat he's not quite as good as a different Knight either. So that's my take, but I definitely think 2 and lots of little Knights to play the mission.
I'm going to charge you.
You're going to charge me.
I'm going to charge you. You're a shooting knight.
I am a shooty Knight.
You got no big chainsaw.
I do have
Tell me why I shouldn't charge you. Here we are.
3 CP. I can
Yeah.
spend one of them to do 2 mortal wounds if I hit you.
I'm not
With
worried
my
about
feet.
more wins. Well, I'm charging you. There we are.
All right.
Sorry, I failed a leadership test. What does that mean?
You have your charge, but
Okay.
you're in. You're in.
I'm in.
You
I'm in.
strike.
There we are.
At 10, you can't. Even halved, that would get you in. So.
Okay, right. Let's chop them up.
Yep.
Basically, what I need to do here is just, I know you can walk away and carry on shooting me, but I need to start putting mortal wounds on you.
I'm going to do -1 damage
That's fine.
because I need both of my models alive at the end of the game, realistically.
5s.
Toughness 9, but I don't think that makes a difference.
9?
Yeah.
Good lord. Well, 1 win then. All right.
Okay. Another great roll.
Another great roll from Chris.
And your
AP3.
AP3, but damage 1.
Yeah.
So now I go up because of the +1 against damage 1.
Okay, I thought that was the
It doesn't matter.
other guy. Doesn't matter. 1 damage.
20 left.
Go on, stomp on me.
Right, well, I can't really afford to use the strat now. So that was silly of me. But I'm going to still punch you.
Yep.
5 attacks.
Okay.
I'm going to reroll 1 because I'm
Because you can.
house looking. Okay.
All right.
And then 2s. 1 wound, -4, -3. So 5s.
Nope.
2 damage, 1's dead. Cool.
Didn't want that one anyway.
That's the attitude.
Didn't want that one anyway. Jake painted that one. It's gone.
Did I?
Yeah, I had to borrow a few extras.
Yeah, you probably could get rid of these ones.
All right.
Right, that's my turn.
Good turn. Good
Yeah,
turn.
I'm
you cut me down to
comfortable with
2
that.
models now.
I'm comfortable with that. I needed to do that to make
Yeah.
it even a game. Yeah.
Yeah. I've added on everything so far. What's the
What are
leadership
the
on your
scores?
boys?
Oh, they start on 8. Yeah.
They've only lost 1, so they've lost 2. Just roll a quick dice, doesn't really.
That's fine.
You're fine. Right, so you're on 79 now to my 71.
All right.
So
It's a good start.
with turn in hand, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Over to me. I will. So I've already added on the extra
Bits. Yeah.
primary. So I'll get 8 because I hold 2.
So you're on 79, 79.
79 to 79. Well,
Tight.
well,
It's
well.
close.
10 off the 10 more than the sacred number of those.
Right.
Are
And
you
you
going to
killed
meet us?
2 units this turn. So you've gone down to a bit harder.
Yeah, I've muted them. We've gone to the top down, and we just had a super chat here from Neatly Trimmed. That beard is obviously neatly trimmed, is what they're probably referring to. Hey guys, I've been watching the channel since you won the GT way back when with your Death Watch. I didn't actually win the tournament, I will say that. I went 4 wins and a draw. The reason why I had a draw was because I played against a very, very unscrupulous character where I got so bored at playing them because they were slow playing me. May have been also the same person that a video was released called My Opponent in a Yellow Card. Weird how some people don't change their stripes, right?
That person's unsubscribed now because he said he won the. He's like, you've lied to me all this time.
No, I never said I went undefeated.
Yeah,
but I didn't win it.
Oh, don't worry, I know what that means. Yeah.
Yeah. So I won 4 and drew 1, but I did want people to know that was. So thank you so much for the kind donation, though. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, so here we go. We've got Josh has said just played a GT the weekend, so the strats are fresh in his mind. I'm going to be catching up with Josh to see how he got on with his Chaos Knights at the weekend and seeing what his thoughts are. Josh is one of my clients that I look after. He's one of our platinum students, so I have a one-to-one call with him every week, and he's absolutely smashed it over the last sort of 14 weeks we've been working together. From somebody that literally just started the game when we started the academy with his Ultramarines, and he's now just rocking it with his Chaos Knights, and his army is beautiful, even won Best Painted. So Josh, fantastic work. Honestly, I could not be prouder. And the scores at the moment are, they're not 69-69 if they're real scores. They're only 79-79 at the moment. So Michael, do you want to wrap up your movement phase for us? I'll unmute you now.
I've moved my 2 models. This guy has moved over here, fallen back, is going to shoot, probably going to fire everything at Crow so he doesn't fight on death. And then this guy's going to come over here and hopefully kill these
Crow's
two.
obscured.
I do believe I have a line on Crow, but you'll feel free
No,
to.
yeah, you
check.
can.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
probably can do.
Not
Yeah.
my terrain, it's just obscure.
So I'm going to shoot Crow.
Okay, shoot Crow.
Let's have a. We'll go to top-down cam, and
No, it's all right. There's an angle it works. We're not going to.
there is.
What would the chat say?
What would the chat say? That is.
Now.
It's fine.
What would the chat
What
say?
would the chat say?
Nothing kind, I'm sure.
No, probably not. Right. Battle cannon.
Come at me.
5 shots.
So start.
Chris, everyone in the chat's rooting for you, mate.
Oh, that's very kind of them.
Yeah.
I'm just taking a lot of shots to the faces. So.
So, because I've got a poll at the moment, who are you supporting tonight? We've got 40% of people. 40% of people, Chris, are rooting for you.
Oh, that's nice.
31% of people are rooting for Mike.
Okay.
And 20% are going to the pub.
And 29% are rooting for us.
All right. Okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so yeah, we're in a close third. What?
You could just not kill Crow.
Yeah. Excuse, he's obscured.
He's obscure.
Right.
5.
Is he-
Minus 2.
So
Come on, Crow. Oh.
You got a 6 up Field of Pain?
yeah.
You also have a CP?
Oh yeah. I don't actually know how many wins I've got left.
Because he took 1.
He took
didn't he,
one,
from-
so he's only got 4 left. So we'll CP one of them then.
And then,
And then
2
we'll try.
damage each, and then you can try
Yeah.
and. Okay.
So say
Yes, come on, Crow.
4, 6. That's not 6.
Come on, you got a 6 in there.
No, he's dead. He's very
Oh,
dead.
Rory Springer has just become a lieutenant. Thank you so much. Great members content coming in for you Friday and every single week. We've got so much exciting content for you coming up over the next couple of weeks. We just can't talk about it.
Charges.
It's top secret.
He's going to go there.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, yes. Big boy's going to go into both, if he can fit.
Yeah, I'm sure he can.
Uh,
Oh. Oh. Yeah, it's fine.
The thing is with the pivoting, so to get around that, I'm just going to CP reroll it, to be fair.
Okay.
Okay.
That'll do.
Now, also, Chris, you're coming here on Saturday morning, aren't you?
Are we allowed to talk about this?
Well,
Well, I hope so, since you're bringing it up.
we are going to be doing a we got Saturday free, and we
So we come down.
just thought we'd do a live stream battle report on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock.
Why not?
So if you want to come and join us for another stream, don't drop your drinks, Nicole. Head over to Saturday morning. We haven't decided on the armies yet.
Oh, I've decided on my army.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay, well, we haven't decided on my army yet that I'm going to run. But it's going to be me versus Chris on Saturday morning at 10 o'clock. And Nicole and Michael are going to be commentating. And obviously Seb's here for the cams. But you're at a tournament, Jake, right?
I am at a tournament. I need to keep up my doing well at a GT. Otherwise, Steve's going to hit me and kick me out of VT. That is true.
I'd never do that to you, Jake. I love you too much.
No,
Okay.
Steve's really nice. He's letting me play Leagues of Vote. I mean,
You take them out your mouth, boy. They're my army.
Yeah, I don't think, Chris, you're ever going to be able to take those off Jake, mate.
No, I don't think anyone's going to pry those out of his cold dead hands. Yeah.
No.
He's buried with them.
Also, we've got Dom here from Let's Talk Wargaming, just super chat to £5 Team VT. Dom smashed it at the weekend when he did his event, so well done, mate. Absolutely rocking it. And same with the rest of the VT team. We had Kyle, we had Kerry, we had Paul Bridge, all do fantastic work at the recent GT up in Newcastle. So we're going to be doing a little report. I've asked Kyle to do a report for us. I'll put that up on the Instagram at some point tomorrow as well. So yeah, fantastic work from Team VT this weekend. Right, okay, back to the table. Now the super chats are done.
All right.
Go on.
In the middle.
In the middle.
In the middle.
Who we hit?
We're going to split half and half. We're
Okay.
going to sweep with his chainsaw.
Okay.
All right.
Who's this on to?
So this is the Libby.
Into librarian.
Yes.
Be kind.
I will try. I can reroll one of these for House Lucaris. Never mind. And then it will be 2s to wound. Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
What's the AP?
This is AP4.
So I have a 2-up save. I have Armour of Contempt.
Yes.
I have the Curious of Sacrifice.
Yes.
Or another one. So I'm -2 from there. So 4s I
Yeah,
make
fours.
that. So these
Could
are
survive
2
here.
damage apiece.
2 damage apiece.
And no CP?
No CP.
I would have got
I'm
one
afraid.
in your turn,
Yes, which you spent on Crow.
which I spent on Crow.
Yes.
So far, that's him dead, is that right? 2 damage apiece?
2 damage apiece.
However, I have a 5-up Fiona
You
pin.
do.
Oh, I've just messed up all your dice there. So if I roll 1-5 here, I'm alive on 2 wounds.
Live on 2 wounds.
There we
The
go.
dream is alive.
Tougher than I thought, this librarian.
I don't think the apothecary is going to do the same.
I hope not, but you never know. Well,
So he has a 5-up save because he's not got his
That's
special
right,
relic.
yeah.
So he's,
Okay.
he's
he's gone.
yes, unless he rolls 8 6s.
Right, and then these guys over here. I have 1 CP, but mortals you get a 5-up against. There's probably no point. I may as well
Probably
just
no.
hit you. 5 attacks. Hits you with them all.
Oh,
Sitting on 3s there, and then 2s to wound. That is 5 AP3 down
So-
to AP2.
5-ups.
5-ups.
Well, they're all dead.
Okay.
Okay. Didn't need them anyway.
And then your Libby gets to hit me back.
Yeah, he does. So he gets 4 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Are you -1 to hit?
No. Oh, I am hit transhuman though.
Oh, right. So you're
Yes.
-2 to hit.
That's right.
Okay, that's better. Well, it's 1 mortal wound and another wound, I'm assuming.
2. Yes, I would assume so.
So AP is only 1.
Okay. So,
So
one
saved them both, so just a
more
mortal.
wound. All right then.
All right.
Well, I'm sure there's plenty of more mortal wounds to come.
There's a few coming. I'm not sure there's going to be 23 of them, but we will do what we can.
Right. That's my turn.
Right, that was a
Um,
turn.
I'll get 3 for Ruthless Tyranny because, of course, sticky objectives. That is still mine.
Yeah.
We'll also get Grind because I have killed 3 units this turn. And yeah, 1
2,
Crow
3,
and
yeah.
the Apothecary.
You have indeed killed 3.
Right, and then it's over to you. I will, of course, get 3 extra primary as well.
Right.
I will have to check where
So I
we
get
are
8 primary.
for maxing it. You'll get 8 primary, yeah.
Yeah.
We've also had a super chat here from Dom. He said, play Twilight Box. We'd all love to see it. I actually have a Twilight list I have been working on, and I think it's a very, very spicy one. I was waiting to see about the points, if Harlequins have changed. Obviously, the Death Jester has slightly changed in his points, so I need to just revisit the list ever so slightly now. But as soon as I'm happy with it, I'm sure I'll get the Twilight Harlequins back on the table for some Twilight action. Yeah.
Sparkly.
It could be good. I think it's going to be fantastic, yeah. Dom said, prove it to the masses. Easy game. Easy game. Me, Combat Harlequins. What's not to enjoy about that, eh? Nicole, how you doing? Anyway, we'll mute these guys as we go into turn
Yeah.
5.
I am good. I am excited to spend my Saturday morning commentating a Warhammer 40k game. Nothing I'd rather be doing on a Saturday morning.
the sarcasm from that, Jake. Do you know what I mean?
I would have liked to have been there.
I
but
know you would
I
have.
need to get my reps in, and as Steve knows, because I am going for
The reps.
the reps. Well, I'm not going for any other reason. I can say then, with no new points, no new missions, sadly, at this event, because obviously the book comes out on the day and the points dropped, but after the list cut off thing, probably.
Yeah.
So so I've gone with the sisters, and I want to try and do well. But I'd love to be here. I'll probably just be watching during my first game.
Yeah.
I'll probably say to my opponent, "Do you wanna watch this game
Yeah.
for something very cool?"
Yeah, absolutely. I think you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Nicole will be here. She'll be watching live and commentating.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Nicole's going to be here.
Okay.
Really excited about it.
Man said.
Right.
Man said.
Now, the turns are getting pretty quick. We're back to the table with Chris and his final wrap-up of turn. Michael, could you please update the quarters for us so people know what turn we're in? That would be awesome. Mandy said I have to be up at 4 o'clock for work on a Saturday. That's fine. You can tune into the game then. It's all good. You'll be up. It's fine.
That's probably a reasonable time, aren't I?
Yeah. I'm not... Mandy, where do you live? What time zone? Not like where do you live, like location-wise. That could be a bit creepy, right? Mandy, where do you live?
Postcode now.
Yeah. Tell me, where do you live, Mandy? I meant time zone, okay? Nobody take that out of context, please. Come on.
What time is it now?
Okay, right. Psychic phase.
Mm-hmm.
Mortal Woundborn Librarian.
Let's go.
Let's go. We're going to go for Vortex of Hurting. Oh, God, I don't even think I
Vortex
passed
of
this.
hurting.
I'm almost certain that was a 7.
We've all got a CP, haven't we? So let's
Yeah.
check that one.
Go on, we'll CP it. CPing it.
This is the most damaging spell, though, isn't it? So
Goes off on a 10. Yeah, this is the most damaging spell. So 2d3 plus 1 damage. So 4 damage.
down to 19.
The Purifying Flames, that goes off.
So that's 4.
So that's another 4.
Down to 15.
And I'm out of CP, aren't I?
Now you are, yes.
Yep. So we'll smite from these chaps over here.
Brilliant.
So that goes off because it's the
Yep.
first one.
Yep.
So that is
Two
2.
more. Down to 13.
And now we are going to Purifying Ritual over there.
Yep.
Well, yeah, that does go off. It is another Perils,
Does,
but
yeah.
1 wound, which I do take. So
Cool.
just pop that over there. There we go. And then we will Purifying Ritual on here as well. So that goes off in a 5.
Brilliant. So that's 2
2 more points.
for ritual.
And I can't do it on the centre because I don't control it yet.
Yes. So 1, 2. There we go.
Time for some charges.
Let's go.
So we're going to charge with these boys over here.
Bring it.
Sticky objectives.
Yep. That's fine. You've passed your test.
So pass the leadership
Yes.
test.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You made the charge. Perfect.
Well, that was lucky, wasn't it? That would have been really embarrassing.
Yeah.
And then this unit will charge them as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I should point out.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no.
It doesn't change much. So the Harbingers of Jed,
Yeah.
we have switched turn 4 into turn off OBSEC.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, just so you're aware. And then turn 5 is some leadership morale thing.
So I have no obsec.
No OBSEC within 12 of a night.
All right then. I
Just
don't
in
know
case
what was
it's-
coming there.
just in case it's
it
relevant.
could have been anything.
Oh, it was out of CP switch, bro.
The guy's literally blindfolded.
What? There's more.
How many CP have you got?
This won't change much, but it will just change everything.
I get to bring back all my
You've got a month.
This won't change
Probably
much,
quite
but
good.
the most important rule's gone.
All right. Let's do some punching.
Let's do some punching.
Me on Sunday.
I will. This is interesting, isn't it? Because I could -1 damage,
Yeah.
or I could interrupt.
Or you could interrupt.
I think interrupting is probably better. What do you think?
So it is interesting because if you don't -1 damage, this unit could just kill him.
Yeah.
So it's up to you. If you -1 damage, then you probably survive long enough to be hit by the other one.
And then I die. So
Yeah.
I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to save the CP for an interrupt because I think that's the better play here.
Right. So what I'm going to do here
And we teach you these hard decisions on the academy.
is make a glorious roll. But wait, you say. Just throwing dice everywhere. 3, so and then 4 more for the sergeant. So the strikes.
Mm-hmm.
In on 3s.
Hitting on 4s because I haven't hit transhuman.
In on 4s? What is this
Yeah.
nonsense?
Yeah.
Wounding on 5s because
Your strength 5, yes.
Strength
5s.
five.
5s, yeah.
6s are mortals.
Could still kill me here.
No mortals!
Chris.
Again!
What is going on? What is going on?
All right, that's 3 wounds.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
AP is a lot,
3,
isn't it?
yeah.
So he takes them all.
6 damage.
7 left. I will, of course, now
Now interrupt, yep.
interrupt.
Someone's asked what brotherhood you playing, Chris.
Prescient Brethren. But I got no CP.
Yeah.
Did you take the CP Warlord trade?
You don't take Warlord traits in
Nah.
Warzone Nephilim.
In this game, yes, you do.
Right. Please, could I have some more dice, Chris?
No. How many would you like?
2 more. Thank you.
Right, how are we doing this?
I'm just going to put them all on the unit of 5 that hasn't fought me yet.
The Interceptors.
The interceptors, yeah. I
Okay,
think that's the wisest move here.
you're probably right, yeah.
So this is 3s to hit now, because I'm bracketed.
Middle bracket, yeah.
We don't have any rerolls, and that wasn't great. I'm going to reroll 1 for my House of Lucaris. Never mind. I don't think that's ever come in.
I think it's been abnormally light, yeah.
And then 2s. Okay, so that was pretty good.
And AP million.
Only AP 4. So you do have
Okay,
6s.
so do have 6s. Do have 6s. They're all dead.
They are indeed dead.
Right then. Librarian.
Yes.
You're going to finish it off on his own. Not like that, it's not.
No.
It's a wound
And
and
a
a
mortal.
mortal. And a mortal.
Nice. Fails it.
So that's 3 damage total.
It's got 4 left, just like the last one.
Right, okay. So we've had a very, very generous super chat here from Mandy. I am crying. And we've just realised
We don't just realise this is a common knowledge of me. I have very small hands. I have childlike hands.
they are very small.
Yeah.
And we've just been all putting our hands together to see how small Jake's hands really are.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's
so
a benefit. It makes everything bigger.
Yeah.
yes.
Look at this. This is a giant cup.
That's-
Average size cup to people.
So you make that mug look like a mega pint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Mandy with the $50 donation. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Mandy.
thank you, Mandy.
She said,
Cheers to you.
Chris, have you learned how to roll dice from me?
Look, I have
very small.
a reputation that I need to break. I can't keep coming on here and just beating everyone who works here.
I know. You've
It's long overdue that.
sorry,
I took-
but
I
you've
took
been
a bit
muted.
of a humbling.
You've been muted.
Well, it's all right. It wasn't that funny.
No, I'm joking. No, Chris has absolutely smashed all of us every single game. When I say all of us, I mean me. I just mean me. He's beat me every single game. So yeah. But Chris, I'm
But
still
tune
rooting
in
for you.
Saturday to see if it happens again.
Yeah, me and Chris, I'm sure it will actually. 40% of people are still rooting for you. 30 people are now rooting for me and Nicole and Mr. Handsome, and 31% for Mike. So yeah, it's very close at the moment. But yeah, Mandy, I think I've been teaching Chris way too much about rolling dice. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay.
So end of the turn. I think I've added them on. You got 8, which we added on, and then you'll get.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah, that is it. But you did get 2 more purifiers for 12. Bring it down. We didn't quite get it.
So that's quite interesting though, because we talked earlier about purifying ritual change. So it would have been a very easy additional
Yes.
purify here.
Yeah.
Which the third one is 4 points.
Yeah.
So that would have brought it up to 14.
Probably the last 3 turns actually.
Yeah. So that change has reduced that purify score by probably 6 points.
Yeah.
Which
I
is
mean, it's the only reason you haven't maxed it.
yeah. I
We-
don't know what
we-
they're doing over there.
We were
but
right in the corner. Cool.
If you can't be sensible, you're going to stand outside.
Unbelievable.
I'm talking to you, Steve.
Cold out there.
Right, let's ignore them in the corner and we'll carry on.
Okay, so the big boy steps over here. You do get a CP. Would you like to try and bring me down with the last CP of the game?
There's actually no reason not to. It's
Exactly
the only
right.
points I can score now. So if I roll 4 6s
If you
here,
roll 4 6s, you're an
if I
absolute
roll
hero.
4 6s,
Come on.
I did not. I rolled 1. I
Roll
rolled
one.
1.
Okay, well, he's got 3 left.
So this is quite interesting. What else can you actually score at this point?
So I've
This is turn
basically
5, isn't it?
got a killer unit and
Yeah.
hold the middle objective. And
max
then
both.
That will max that, yeah.
Excellent. You think you can do that?
Semi-confident.
I think you can do
Michael, confident, never.
I'm not going to shoot the Libby.
it. No?
We're going to charge him.
You're going to
I
charge
think
him.
that's only right.
Go for it, yeah.
Here we go.
You're in.
We're in. I've got
I'm making you roll it.
1 CP, so I'm going to do +1 to hit.
Go for it. You're not going to pick me up and try and ignore my invuln? Don't. Just hit me.
There's no point in knowing your invuln. You're like,
Because I got a million.
you've got like a 0-up save. Right. All of the dice. We have 18 attacks.
I have 4.
Yes, you do. So this is 3s.
Yep. Oh.
Okay. House Lucaris reroll. Actually
Worked. Did a
actually
thing.
worked. And then 2s.
What's your AP?
AP 4. So I think it's still on 4-ups, I think.
Sounds about right. Yeah, I'm ignoring AP 1 and 2 base.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm getting +1 to my saves.
Oh,
So I need to
myself
fail
in there.
one of these.
1. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I failed a few there, so he's dead.
Would you like to fight on death? Ah,
Oh no, I
it's
can't
only 2
because
CP, isn't it?
because that requires command point. Yeah,
Got him.
Well, that's the end of my
that's the
turn.
end, and the end of the game.
And the end of the game.
Do you want to just give us 30 seconds where we make sure we've got the scores right?
I've muted you. So, very, very close game on the scores at the moment.
Yeah, I think Chris definitely brought it back from what I was saying before. I feel like I have little faith in people when we're playing, like when I see the scores, because I'm always like, oh no, he can't, he can't pull this back. There's no
I
way.
think we all did, to be fair.
I think you see a bad turn, you think, oh, that's it, it's over. But a lot could have gone very differently, I think, towards those latter end of the game, or those turns, should I say, not latter end of the game, that makes no sense, but those latter turns of the game. So, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how many points Chris gets, whether he can just encroach on the difference. But it's going to be an interesting one. I think the scores are very, very tight, and I think if the dice would have gone a little bit different, we could have been looking at a slightly different result.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, here we go. We'll go back to the table and we'll get the final scores and I'll bring up the points. Go to camera 1. They're unmuted.
Okay.
We're off. Well played.
Thank you. Thank you. The result, 89. If you'd killed that knight at the end, it would have been 96. And I did get the big 100.
You got the 100. So I'll take an 89-point loss any day of the week. So well played, Michael.
Thank you. You too.
Smashed the Grey Knights.
Well,
Clap your
Hardly
hands,
smashed.
Steve.
yeah, fantastic game.
Right. We've enjoyed playing for you. Hope you've enjoyed listening to us.
Yep.
They're eating biscuits. I'm quite jealous.
Now,
Jake has incredibly small hands, apparently,
but is handsome.
and is extremely handsome.
Chat tonight, you've been fantastic. Thank you so much for all of your super chats. Michael, congratulations.
Thank you.
Chris, you are looking like
Isn't
the
that mine
absolute king.
Oh, all right. Do you get the hat now?
You
There we
give
are.
him that hat back, boy.
I'm the king now.
You're the king now. There we go.
Oh no.
I mean, this is really sweaty. It's
It won't
very hot,
fit with
mate.
my ponytail anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so more importantly, stream Saturday morning,
10
10
a.m.
o'clock.
GMT.
Be there. I'm like I said, I haven't decided what army I'm going to play yet, but it's going to be something awesome, I reckon. And we'll see you hopefully then. And remember, if you want to join the Academy, now is the best chance. We start in 2 weeks' time. And on that note, thank you so much for all of the chat, all the sponsors of tonight. You've been, Games Workshop, fantastic for the update on the points.
We started waving too early.
And yeah, anyway, see you next week. And if not before, we'll see you Saturday. Take care.
Keep waving.
Hey, Stephen Box from Vanguard Tactics, and welcome to the Academy. Over the next 16 weeks is going to be an exhilarating 40k experience for you. You're going to be surrounded by an incredible community that's supportive and that's going to keep you accountable. There's going to be lessons and modules to really help you no matter where you are in your game, whether you're a beginner or a more advanced player. You're going to be able to learn from some of the best teachers of Warhammer 40k in the game and give you the confidence and the clarity to be able to play anybody, anytime, anywhere. So what makes Vanguard Tactics different from any other way you could learn the game, whether it's listening to a podcast, watching a battle report, is that what we're really going to focus on is first of all finding out exactly where you are in your gameplay and then giving you a road to success, a roadmap for you to improve. Beginner, advanced, there's always going to be something for you to learn and develop on, and that's really what makes us different, is our ability to take very complex information, break it down into something that's very, very clear and something that you can implement on the table without giving you advice just to buy more models or buy the latest hot nurse or take this army list that somebody else has used. No, we're going to teach you the core skills, so no matter what happens in the community, the meta, whatever is good, we're going to help you evolve as a player, help you evolve your army list so you can really enjoy the game for what it is. But the most important thing that you'll learn is actually the ability to self-evaluate where you're at in your game. You'll be able to set realistic expectations from what you're trying to achieve at the table and not see the game as a win or lose situation. You'll see it as a learning opportunity no matter how well you do. But really you're going to get the confidence to play. So we can leave any anxiety, any lack of confidence, worry. I remember what I first went through when I went to a tournament. I was so worried about what my opponent's army could do. I couldn't really actually enjoy the game. I was on edge, jittery, and I never really felt that I could be just myself and play with confidence. And that's exactly what the Academy will give you, is that confidence to enjoy the time that you're spending with somebody else across the other side of the table. So depending on what tier you're on the Vanguard Tactics Academy, you're going to get different levels of access to a coach. So if you're on a silver tier, you'll be able to ask your questions in a group format. We do a weekly quiz the coach, where that is a great opportunity for you to ask that coach any question, no matter what it might be, whether it's tactics or around an army. If you're in a gold tier package, you'll get a monthly mentoring program where the content's a little bit more focused, and that will happen on a monthly basis as a group. And collectively, you're going to really build a great relationship with the other students on that package and also the coach. And then finally, on our platinum tier, you'll have the opportunity to have a one-to-one weekly phone call over those 16 weeks to really develop you as a player. So if you're really looking for that high-end level and the most intensive experience, then that platinum package is going to be perfect for you. So what can you expect after completing the course? Well, the first thing is you'll be immersed in an incredible community, one in which really allows you to share your experiences and progress with each other. You'd have met so many friends from all around the world with our other students. So if you want to sign up for the Vanguard Tactics Academy, all you need to do is hit the link below and you'll find out our next opening date for the Academy. So until then, you can either sign up for the waiting list or you can get started right now and get signed up. And we'd love to see you on the Academy so you can play, progress and perform.